All right, lead heads, welcome back to the Talking Lead Show. This is episode 201, and we are in celebration of this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and in conjunction with our 200th episode celebration and Memorial Day, we're going to go ahead and kick off the giveaways that I was telling you guys about last episode. So to celebrate our 200th episode, our first giveaway is going to be a premium monthly subscription box from Tactical Squirrel. So you're going to get what May's box was for the premium box, and I told you what was in that box a couple episodes ago, but I'll go ahead and tell you again. So in that premium box, that premium Tactical Squirrel box, you're going to get some Team Never Quit ammunition, an aviator gear remove before flight keychain, a Sunsect insect repellent and sunscreen. You're going to get a traveler wallet from Valhalla Designs, and you're going to get a Yakima pair of glasses from SSP Eyewear. You're going to get some handmade soap from Badass Babe. You're going to get a clear sticker, an Antares Alliance clear sticker. And then there's going to be a PVC morale patch from Triumph Systems, those guys that make those cool pop pack targets. And then you're going to also get a very cool TC1200 flashlighting case from One Tac. So one of you lucky lead heads is going to receive that monthly subscription box. This is just one box. You're not getting a monthly subscription. You're going to get what May's box was, and that's the contents that was in that. So what you're going to have to do to win that is, and however you want to do it, you can email me the answer. You can hit me up on Facebook. You can hit us up on Instagram. But just make sure you put in the subject, put TS200 answer. TS200 answer in your subject, and then the answer to the question. And here's the question. So back in the day, we sponsored a Camping World Series, a NASCAR Camping World Series truck. So I want you to tell me the number of the truck and the driver of the truck. So that's the question. We're going to randomly pick a winner with the correct answer. So to win that Tactical Squirrel May Premium Box contents with the ammo, the keychain, sunscreen, the wallet, the glasses, the soap, sticker, morale patch, and flashlight, you need to answer that question correctly. You can email the answers to talkingled@gmail.com. You can send me from our Facebook page, you can send me a message there, or Instagram. The little hint, I don't check the Instagram messages as often as I check Facebook and our email. So email is your best way to do it. Just talkingled@gmail.com, TS200 answer in the subject, and then we will randomly pick a winner over the next few days. So you're going to have Friday, June 2nd. So you got till next Friday to get your answers in, and then we're going to announce the winner in the next episode here. Obviously, I'll contact the winner as well. But there you go. There's our first of many giveaways. So I want to see a lot of participation in this. And what you need to do is you need to just go ahead, go to our website, and click on that Tactical Squirrel link at the top of our homepage there, and go ahead and get you a subscription, a monthly subscription to the Tactical Squirrel monthly subscription service. They've got awesome stuff that's coming out to you guys every month, and they're going to start giving me a list of the items that are in each month's box. So I'm going to start, like I did a couple episodes ago, announce what each month's box is going to contain. So you guys go ahead, go to talkingled.com, click on the Tactical Squirrel Boxes link. That'll take you to a link to where you can pick which monthly subscription service you want. There's several different ones. They start off, I think, like $35, and it goes up to $100 a month. And as a lead head, what Tactical Squirrel is going to do is, in addition to the normal contents that are in there, they're going to throw in a special additional item in your first month's subscription box. So when you go and sign up for the first time, lead heads, you're going to get a little extra something in your Tactical Squirrel box. So make sure you use that link. If you go directly to tacticalsquirrel.com, then you're going to have to use the code LEADHEAD. But if you just go to our website, click on that link, it makes it a lot easier. and that ensures that you guys are going to get your little extra something in your monthly subscription box. So those make great gifts. So you got somebody got a birthday, you got an anniversary, you got maybe a family member who's a service member. Makes a great gift to give them overseas. They'll ship them over there to them. If you got a LE buddy, family member, law enforcement, fire department, that's a great thank you to show them that you're in support. So if you guys are maybe a member of a church or a group, you want to get together and maybe support a monthly subscription box to one of our sheepdog out there, that would be awesome. That'd be a good way to use the monthly subscription service. But hell, you need to do one for yourself too, because there's some awesome stuff that they put in these boxes. And as Casey, when we had Casey Betzold on telling us about it, you're always going to get a lot of value in these boxes. I mean, and it's cool. You're going to get ammo too. I mean, you can get ammo. There's boxes that they have where you don't get the ammo if you don't want it. But how cool is that to get a box of ammo every month of your favorite caliber? It's very cool is what it is. So you guys need to go to talkingled.com, click on that Tactical Squirrel link. So I got a lot to talk about before we get into our continued coverage of the 2017 National Rifle Association annual meeting interviews. And I've got some great interviews this episode for our Memorial Weekend edition here. And I'll get into that in just a minute. But I want to remind you guys that the Leadhead logo design contest was supposed to have ended the end of this month. We're going to extend that until mid next month. So you're going to get another half month, another 15 days or so to submit your design ideas. We're getting some really great ideas from you guys, and we want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to take part in this. I had a couple of episodes disappeared for some reason. 197 and 198, I think, have dropped off. So I'm in the process of trying to recover those from our hosting service. We don't know what happened with that, but those should be back up. So I'm afraid that some people may have missed the announcement the last couple of episodes because those episodes went missing. I don't know what happened. One of the Leadheads brought it to my attention. So we're going to extend that until June? So around June 15th. So you guys, what it is we're giving you the opportunity to design a logo that best represents you, the listeners, the subscribers, the supporters of Talking Lead. So you Leadheads, the Leadhead Nation out there, design a logo that you would be proud to put on a t-shirt, a hat, a patch, and wear around and say, hell yeah, I'm a Leadhead, baby. So go to 1776united.com, go to their website, and down at the bottom it says Leadhead Contest. Click on that link, and that's where you're going to submit your ideas. You can textually describe, what you want to design. That's fine. Or if you've got the tools and the know-how, and you can go ahead and design a cool logo, slogan, whatever it may be, and put it together, then there's a place for you to attach that there as well. So the 1776 United Talking Lead Leadhead logo design contest is extended until June 15th. Let's see some more of those awesome submissions. Let's go ahead and take this time to thank our sponsors of Talking Lead, Frontier Tactical. You guys go to frontiertactical.com. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on Facebook. Nate is a posting hound. I mean, he is constantly putting up posts of things that they're doing, other companies that they're in conjunction with, projects that they're working on. Really good about keeping you informed on what's going on with Frontier Tactical, all the latest and the greatest. They've started their own awesome line of AR-15s. That the cool thing about Frontier Tactical's ARs is they come standard with their Warlock system, the multi-caliber, the system that gives you the ability to quickly, easily change your AR-15's caliber up to 90 different calibers. And then they've got that in a pistol like I was telling you, so it makes an awesome truck gun. They've got one that'll fit in a purse. So check them out at frontiertactical.com, the Warlock system, and their line of FT AR-15s. X-Steel targets.
X-Steel targets.
X-Steel is having an awesome Memorial Day sale, 25% off everything on their store. So if you guys will go to xsteeltargets.com and you use the code Memorial17, you're going to get 25% off everything. And for orders over $198, you're going to get free shipping. And those targets, and the shipping on those, probably not too cheap because some of those targets can get pretty heavy depending on how many you order. But over $198, you're going to get free shipping. So go check them out at xsteeltargets.com, the best, most affordable AR-500 targets on the market today. X-Steel Targets. Modern Spartan Systems, they are the gun optimization guys. They've got the lubes, they've got the cleaners, they've got everything you need to keep your firearms clean and accurate. They've got the oils, they've got the cleaners, they've got the glass cleaners. They've even got a product for your truck, which I've been using on the lead sled that's helped me get over 300,000 miles. I'm on, I think, almost 308,000 miles now, something around there, and still going really good in the lead sled. So it's called the TVT, and it's an additive that you put in your oil. You can put it in your gas as well. It helps with your gas mileage. And you're going to hear more about that because we're going to have Justin McConnell on with Modern Spartan Systems in this episode. And then, of course, I just told you about Tactical Squirrel. Make sure you guys go to our website, click on the Tactical Squirrel Box link from the homepage, and go there and get your monthly subscription boxes. So last episode, our episode 200, we had a slew of different people on. So make sure you guys go back, check it out. We had Charles Brown and Kara Bosenberg, who are with MKS Supply, who makes the High Point and the Inland M1 carbines. Very cool interview with those guys. And an awesome history behind inland manufacturing. So make sure you go back and check that interview out. It was very interesting. And then we had a good buddy Tim Harmsman of the Military Arms Channel. He sat down with me and Daryl Moreau of Vertex. He's the vice president of Vertex. And along came the Kraken, Jim Irwin, sat down and joined us in that interview as well. So that was a very cool, very fun interview there with all those guys. And then we had a little drop in from Adam Peeney also. Adam's been on the show before. And then our last interview we had was the VP of Sales of Enforce, Matt Wolf. And Matt brought with him Tony Poe, who Tony is an LE guy from the Virginia area and is an end user of those Enforce lights. And he gave us a personal account on how he uses those lights. I mean, another great interview talking about the history behind Enforce and some of the other products that they make outside of the firearms industry. But, I mean, there was not a bad, boring interview the whole time during NRA. Every guest that we had on was great. So you hear me say awesome and great, and they are. They really are. These are some of the best interviews that I've had the privilege of taking part in. So I hope you guys are enjoying these. So I still have several more interviews that I'm going to be releasing in future episodes. But we're going to start getting back into our regular show and getting more new guests on for you guys. So stay tuned for that. A little something that I did this week that I was telling you guys about. The guy from Do All Outdoors made a new friend here at NRA with Jonathan Hayes. He invited me out to do some target shooting with some prototypes that they're working on. And that was a great time. Went out to the pits down there in Casey Griggs, our 3-gunner, his neck of the woods. And Casey was there, Andrew was there, and we had a blast shooting up these targets. We're going to get John on. We're going to talk about some of those prototypes and get the other guys on as well, and we'll talk about our shoot that we had that day. So to kick off this episode, we're going to start it off with a lively group, to say the least. I had so many people coming in for interviews that at some point I probably had 3 different companies sitting there with me interviewing them at the same time, which I think is cool because it kind of brings out personalities in people that if you're just doing kind of one-on-one, you don't normally get. But this was a really good interview with Quentin Carter. Q's been on the show before. You guys have heard him when we were at the Big 3 East. He helps CJ down there put that event on. And he started a new job personal protection for Alex Jones. So he gets in talking about that and how that happened and, kind of what some of his duties are. But Quentin is a very smart cat. Big Daddy Hoffman and Jody Baucom sit down with us. Justin McConnell, like I said, with Modern Spartan Systems, takes part in this interview as well. So we have a really good time. I mean, we talk about everything from girls in boots to Joe Rogan to Eddie Bravo to Remington's new little 12-gauge shotgun that they got. Like I think it's called the TAC 14. All the way to raising primates, monkeys. So we're all over the place with this interview, as we do with most of them, but it's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. And then, as is customary at any of these events that we go to, we kind of started a little tradition where we have the 4 Richards and a Ralph. So we're going to do that interview, and you talk about all over the place. This thing, we talk about quadruple double cheeseburgers, what is a rink, to the American Way Conservation Society, which is that movement that Karl Malone and Palmetto State Armory, Adam over there, have started. They're going to have their first big event June 3rd in Louisiana. We talk about that a little bit. And then Glock, hashtag follow the 4, their promotion of firearms awareness and safety program that they're doing now. We talk about that a little bit. But it's a fun interview too, so you guys are going to enjoy that. And then I get the guys from HiperFire on. So Terry Bender, who's the owner of HiperFire, and Brian Schmidtdow, which I'm sure I'm butchering your name, Brian. I apologize. But these guys sit down and finally get to talk to them about the HiperFire, those awesome triggers that I've been talking about for several months now and have been using in the 308 and the 5.56s. I've got some 9mm coming in. I'm going to be using their triggers when those arrive. Terry he's one of these guys that when you just sit down and you start talking to him, you just know that this guy is smarter than you and most people in the room. You just see the wheels turning in his head constantly. I mean, this guy's a genius. So great interview with Terry and talking about how he got into the trigger business and what he's actually got planned in the future for HiperFire, which goes way above and beyond just triggers. So a great interview with Terry and Brian with HiperFire. That'll round out this episode. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. Have a safe and happy Memorial Weekend. We really appreciate you guys and your support. And in continuation of the celebration of our 200th episode, I'm going to continue to do little giveaways from now until whenever I run out of stuff to give away. So I've got a lot of cool stuff going to be giving you guys, and we're starting off with that Tactical Squirrel May Premium Box. So make sure you take part and enjoy this episode, Leadheads. Here we go.
So it's like a backyard mentality. We have a little bonfire. When the sun goes down, we drink beer. During the day, we shoot guns. So
Eat food.
We eat.
Eat good barbecue.
There you go. I mean, that's what we do, So
in the evenings, we just kick back, relax.
That's it. Right there by the beach. So we run back to the beach, sit on the beach, drink copious amounts of whatever alcoholic beverage you like, and
Yep.
I personally fight John Jameson, and he wins every time. I think by now I'd figure out he's going to win, but I'm just not that smart.
Well, you never know. Every dog has his day,
I got a boxer's chance, like anybody could take one on a bad day, and it's been a few years and he ain't never slipped yet, so.
He usually comes out on top.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's mic up here.
All right.
All right, Leadheads, we are back at the 2017 NRA annual meeting, and we are being graciously hosted by our good buddies at the Eagle Imports booth, 4742. Is that right? 4742?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jody's got to keep me straight over there. Me and Jody went to a concert last night.
That was awesome.
NRA Country put on a little concert. I don't remember the people that were playing because I don't know country music people, but some big dude.
You don't listen to country?
I listen to it, but I don't know who they are. You know.
All right.
The guy's something about buy me a boat. You can buy me a truck.
Chris Jansen.
Chris Jansen
Yes.
was playing last
Yes.
night. Some hot chick. Some
She
blonde
was
hot
really
chick.
nice. Lindsay L.
Lindsay L. Yeah.
yeah,
Girl
and-
could tear up a guitar, man.
You got to appreciate that. You know,
Yeah.
that real country. A girl who has dirty boots, who grew up working
This
for a
was
living,
her.
that can play guitar and sing. Like that's something that's going
It's
away.
an attractive trait.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
She
They
was-
had all written like #1 songs. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and the one dude had like 8 or 10
Yeah, he
number
was-
one
yeah,
songs, and
it's crazy.
he just looked like your regular old Joe off the street that would be playing for dollars in his guitar
Right.
case or something. But he probably had millions of dollars.
I hope he does.
I
you
think
know?
he looked like he was struggling with little Jameson as well.
It happens. I hear it happens. You know.
But I hear that's good for writing. It helps bring out the inner writer in you.
Yep, that's
It's-
what it said.
that's what I've heard.
Some honey song he sang too was neat. Yeah. So.
Is that what it was?
So it was a whole bottle of honey. What was it? Jim Beam or something?
Jim
Was it-
Beam
yeah,
honey.
Jim Beam
Something
honey.
like
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But we were there just to see all the country girls in boots behind us while they were playing. So
Right.
marking
right.
hours.
It is Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right.
You know, there's some Georgia peaches running around.
So let me introduce our crew here that we got. And as you guys know, anytime Jody's nearby, he's always going to bring the Big Daddy Hoffman with him, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Glad to be here, man.
Good, glad to have you back.
I had a mess last night.
Well, yeah, even you were hearing about that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
This
I
is a
like
big
country
time.
girls in boots, you know.
Jody, why'd you not bring him out?
Well, they just got in this morning. You know, we all got real jobs too.
Oh, y'all just flew in this morning. Okay.
Yep, that's right.
I got you. Well, that's why you didn't make it. Now at 5 o'clock today, actually it's 2 o'clock already, Ben?
Yeah.
Morgan was playing at Ruger. Morgan Mills. You met Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan. Yeah, Andrew over Kalishnikov USA. You know Andrew.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
Great girl.
She was singing over at Root, but at 5 o'clock she's going to be at the NRA stages
Oh yeah.
singing. So we all got to go 5 o'clock, so let's not miss that. We're
All right.
a couple hours away.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Go root on Morgan Mills.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
sounded good earlier. I was over there at the
Or-
Ruger booth, and she was sounding good.
Yeah, she's awesome. Morgan's really good. So the other voice you're hearing over to my left is long time missing from the show. I mean, what was it, about 4 years ago?
It's been a while.
Almost.
That's for
Justin McConnell with Modern Spartan Systems. Welcome
Indeed.
in, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Welcome
Thanks
back
for
to America.
having me. Thank you very much.
Finally got your ass out of that sandbox and
It's good to be
find out
back.
you're going to have to go back.
That's right. That's
Damn
right. Try to enjoy the girls in boots here for a little bit. So
There you go. So enjoy your time here. And then over to my right, we have. This is your first time on the show, isn't it? I mean, you were on
I've
it.
been on the show at Big 3 several times.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you never talk usually. You know,
I'm
you're,
usually
you're
pretty
sitting
quiet.
over there
I'm kind of
quiet.
reserved. But anybody knows CJ knows he talks so much.
He does. You
I don't
can't
need
get
to talk.
a word in edgewise. You know,
I just sit here and let him run.
he's a mic hog. We got Quentin Carter, Q.
That's right.
Welcome in, brother.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it.
Q's got some new things going on that's going to be interesting that I know you leadheads are going to want to talk about. So we're going to get into that just a little bit. But Big Daddy,
Yes, sir.
so you just got in today.
That's right.
You been all over the place?
No, about halfway.
About halfway.
There's a lot to cover, man.
Yeah, a lot of pit stops here and there.
Yes, sir.
I got it. So what have you seen on your way in?
Oh, I
that's
don't know.
caught your interest?
Let's see.
It's the new Remington short shotgun.
Yep. Yeah, we did
That
see
little
that.
Remington shotgun, yeah.
And we took a look at the Scorpion, the new updates they made to that, which
Uh-huh.
is really cool. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
I haven't. What have they done
Yeah.
to it?
They
Had a crossbow safety.
Yes, eliminated the ammo delete and new colors.
It's got new colors on it. New colors are always a selling point. You know.
That's it.
a better optic. You know, so that was really cool.
Okay.
And then I got a chance to shoot the Rhino. Went over and talked to those guys,
Okay.
and I was really shocked at the Rhino. No rise at all, and it
Is
was
this the
it was-
Chiappa?
Yeah, Chiappa.
Yeah, so it's
Chiappa,
got that-
Chiappa?
It's got that
It's-
super low.
I think it's Chiappa.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I don't say anything right, so.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my trademark.
Yeah.
When I pulled the trigger on it a couple of times, I just could not believe.
It's got a real low bore axis, so it's
Yeah.
supposed to be able to manage recoil better. I've never fired one, but it seems like a neat idea.
Right, yeah.
I was tickled to death. I just went
So
over
they
and
just
looked
they've
at the
just
phone.
inversed the barrel and the
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, you know, good flames. We shot it late in the evening, so we got some really
You got
good.
some flames going there?
Yeah, we're going to release
Muzzle
that one when we
blast.
get back to North Carolina next next week. And there's the sights on it are really fiber optic sights look really good on it.
Nice.
Good for an old guy like me, you know.
They got the new 2-inch carry version, which I think was neat too. So.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot that one.
2-inch?
Yeah, 2-inch. Yeah,
The
357 Magnum.
Chiappa?
Yeah, Chiappa.
Chiappa? I'm going to jack it up every time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're Southern. We can do that.
You
Hey,
know.
they
I
correct
get
me
away
all the
with it.
time. You know, for years I said Chiappa.
Chiappa.
Yeah.
Like Q.
See, I always thought it was Chiappa. Like I'm
Yeah.
learning new now because I've
Yeah.
said it wrong for as long
Yeah.
as I've heard the name.
Is that a Spanish word or what is that?
They're an Italian,
Indian?
They're an Italian company. I got corrected from them at SHOT Show, so that's why it's
Burning
burning
your
in my
memory?
head.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've not been over there, so they hadn't had the opportunity to. They'd have a field day with me. What about the shotgun at Remington? I had the guy on, and he was talking about it. He briefly mentioned it. Have you seen it? Have you seen
I
the
have
shot?
seen it. So it's a short barrel pistol grip style. It looks pretty neat.
Is
I
it
know
legal?
It's legal in certain places, but for some reason, and I don't know the exact legality behind it, but Texas has said it's not legal.
Huh.
So in the great state of Texas, they have decided that we're not going to have them. I don't know why. I haven't taken the time to research it yet, but I will.
Okay.
But it is a non-NFA item that it's considered just a...
Is it NFA other or just non-NFA?
It's non-NFA, but like you said, states are going to have different laws, but...
Different opinions.
Because the way, the length of the barrel and then the way the grip is on it, it's not under NFA restrictions.
I got to go see it. Did anybody take a picture of it while you're over there? I got to go see it. I haven't seen it yet. I just heard them talk about it, so...
It looks super gangster. It looks like something out
It
of a
looks
movie.
gangsta.
Yeah, I mean, it really does.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool looking.
Yeah.
If it was beat up and scratched up and looked like it'd been in the back seat of your truck for 5 or 6 years, it'd be really cool.
I've got the
Nice.
Mossberg, the version of it.
Oh, so Mossberg has one also.
Mossberg came out first with the Shockwave 590, and Big Daddy can tell you about that. They've been shooting it on the range. Got a video coming out.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I can't wait to shoot this Remington.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a 12 gauge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
12 gauge shotty.
Yes, sir. You just want to hold it to your side and shoot it.
Little street sweeper,
That's
huh?
it.
That's right.
Fired from the hip.
Very cool.
Sweet.
Anything else stick out that you've seen
Oh man.
so far? I know you hadn't had time to make the rounds yet.
The new FN 509 pistol looks pretty good.
Yeah, that did look pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the sights on that pistol as well.
FN 509.
Yeah, we looked at some SIG, but I went in and looked at the FNs. My son's wanting a 5.7, but I couldn't get over really good looking sights on that.
Yeah.
So that's
I noticed you noticed the sights on the gun.
well, I just got back from Duke, and because I'm having some vision problems.
Yeah.
So with 2200 vision, I'm going to need big sights.
And
you need something you can see, right?
Sights,
Big
yeah.
Daddy's about 45 years old now, so it's time to start.
Yeah.
We're about the same age.
You mean 145, right?
It's time. Like,
I'm with you, Big Dad. I got this Cadillac in this eye, so I can't see very good out of that. So I'm down with sights too. So
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a hard time.
It's all.
I'm
life
testifying.
Is good, man. Life is good. Yeah, we'll make it.
Absolutely. What about you, Justin? You been around? You seen anything?
I've been working the show a little bit. I was over at the Sonoran Desert Institute booth earlier. We were giving away a bunch of products, but just walked around. I got a chance to meet with a bunch of our sponsored shooters today, which is really fun. It's
Cool.
the first time I was able to meet with them because I was gone last year.
Yeah.
But we've done a big push trying to get shooters in the community using the products. So that was fun. I got a chance to meet. We have 12 guys that are walking around the show right now.
12, okay.
Got to meet them all in one spot, and I was like, wow.
Well, I know Casey couldn't make it. Casey Griggs,
Yep.
CG3G. He wanted me to tell everybody, said hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, but then was over earlier with the girls with guns, taking a look
Yeah.
at Morgan. So while they were doing the
Narissa.
singing, that's right.
Yeah.
So seeing the girls over there and just walking around. There's a couple of nice new things. I saw the new FN today. I thought that was really nice. I've wanted a 5.7 forever and a day because I got a PS90, but a lot of interesting things. So
Yeah. Very good.
still got a lot of show to cover.
Cool deal.
Were you going to hold his mic for him?
I was just I was trying to.
You can pull it off that if you want to and just hold it. Yeah. It's
Whatever works for
removable.
you, my man.
Yeah, we're trying to share this mic, right?
I'm a big dude, so I'm like in his way.
Crammed around this little tiny table.
You're not as big as you used to be. You slimmed down, brother.
It's true, man.
Looking
Keto,
good.
Keto's word. I'm telling you, it's worked. It's totally worked for me. I probably dropped a little over 100 pounds in 10 months.
Good for you, man.
Wow.
Rock on.
Yeah, it's quality of life is definitely better.
Look good, feel good, right?
That's the thing right there. You know, it's a matter of feeling better.
It is.
And not hurting when you get up and being able to walk around and not take that toll. And people don't understand, like, the difference in, like, oh, I lost 15 pounds. Like, go grab 2 gallons of water and just hold them. You
Right.
know? That's 15 pounds. And that's what your body endures every time you take a step. That's what everything about you holds that. And then
Maybe
it's in a
that's what
weird
I need to
position.
do is lose some weight because I hurt all the time.
You quit having that wild lifestyle.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
This is something else causing my pain, right?
That's right. That's for sure.
So let's talk about what's new in the world of Q, baby.
All right.
You got a big change going on here. Something to do with Infowars.
That's correct, man. Prior to the Republican National Convention, I had known Alex Jones for a while, and there were a lot of different things going on, some threats, and he said, hey, man, I'd love for you to come, run a security detail for me at the RNC.
Because he's never rubbed somebody the wrong way.
No. Like,
The
good thing
he's not controversial.
one of my favorite things about him, you know exactly where he stands.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or don't like it, you know.
Yeah, he'll tell you.
So went to the RNC, worked with a great team of guys, and provided flawless security for him. We got into some good shit. A couple communist kids thought they were tough, and
You got to throw down a little bit.
got to throw down a little bit. Had a
Nice.
good time.
You got to execute your skills.
Yeah. I just proved my worth. And that was cool. And then came back and I said, hey, Alex, I'd like to come out to Austin and do a security assessment for you. Let me do the house. Let me do the shop. Let me just kind of figure out what it is that you're doing in life and how we can make you do it safer. And he was like, yeah, sure. So he flies me out, puts me up, gives me his car, lets me drive his Hellcat.
Nice.
Like, it's hard to say, like, I'm getting paid to drive a NASCAR.
Right.
Almost 800 horsepower.
Holy crap.
Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
So do a security assessment for him, get the shop fixed up, get the house fixed up, all that stuff, and go back to Florida for a couple weeks, sitting on a beach, lifting weights, and Alex calls me again and says, hey, why don't you come to work? Come out to Austin and live with me. Like, take this list of things that you said I need to do and come do them. And I said, all right, I'm willing to do that. And he's like, well, write up a proposal and send it to me. Open-ended, whatever you think you need.
Wow.
So I wrote down some numbers and looked at it for a little while and took it to Mama and said, what do you think about this? And she was like, So then
bump that up a little bit.
So then I purposely, she was fine with it, and I inflated the numbers a little bit, and I was like, let's start out high. Let's see how this works. And
Alex don't listen to my show, so
No, he knows this whole story. Like, we've had this discussion plenty of times.
Okay.
So I bumped it up a little bit, and then sent it to him, and he said yes, instantly.
Just
and
like
I was
that.
like,
You're like,
son of a
damn
bitch.
it.
I should have done 30% higher.
Too low.
Yeah. I messed up.
Yep.
But it's a great life, man. I take good care of him. I travel with him. Whether it was the RNC or the presidential inauguration or the Million Woman March.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with him all the time.
Or through his personal affairs.
I'm
it's
with
been
him.
very well publicized here.
Absolutely. If you Google his image, you'll find pictures of him and I together all over the place.
Nice.
So it's cool. He is controversial. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
But
That's how he makes his living.
I challenge anybody who ever has a discussion with him to take a second to listen to him and allow him to provide facts. We did the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, was he on Joe Rogan?
Episode 911 of all numbers.
I'm going to write that down. I'm going to go listen to that.
Largest podcast ever in history. And everything that he said, Joe was like, man, that's bullshit. There ain't no way. And he'd say, Joe would tell Jamie, hey, man, look that up. And Alex would tell him where to find it and instantly pull up proof. And really,
so did he turn Joe into a believer?
Absolutely.
Really?
And Joe even
he
says it on
converted
the air.
Joe.
Joe says it on the air. Like, we've been friends for 20 years. A lot of the stuff you say, I'm kind of whatever about. I think maybe you're a little far out.
Yeah, you're full of it. Yeah.
But he backs up everything he says with facts. So it's hard to argue with that. I'm a fact.
That's one thing you can't argue with is facts.
Right.
Yeah.
Show me a document that says X.
Yep.
If you can provide proof that it says X on here, I don't argue with stuff like that. Now, if
Right.
you tell me, hey, the sky's going to be pink tomorrow,
Yeah.
tell me why.
Yeah.
If
Or
it don't
if I
come
don't
up,
see it, yeah.
Right, if it don't come up pink tomorrow, then I know you're full of it.
Right.
But when it comes up pink tomorrow,
How long
did
ago
you
was
know?
how long ago was that interview with Joe?
Maybe 6 weeks ago.
Okay, so pretty recent then.
Yeah, pretty recent. So it was
Okay. You know who Joe Rogan is, Big Daddy?
No, I don't.
Okay. So Joe Rogan is start off his career, I guess, as a comedian.
Yep.
And he's big in the world of MMA, the mixed martial arts. He does the commentating for them, and then he started his own podcast like Talking Lead, except his is like a bazillion times bigger than Talking Lead. He's got a huge following.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I mean,
he does some good stuff. I like Joe a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So it was Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, and Alex.
Oh, man,
and
that was
Eddie
a
is
show.
Eddie's like ultimate conspiracy theorist. Like if you think Alex is out there, talk to Eddie Bravo. Like,
Oh wow.
flat Earth, no such thing as nuclear bombs. We never.
Now he's just spouting out crazy stuff.
we never
Yeah.
stepped foot on the moon. Just he's a
He's-
trip
He's a conspiracy theorist
to the
Nut.
fullest. Like to every single letter with the period at the end.
Has this guy got his own show?
He does have a podcast. He's world famous jiu-jitsu instructor. He owns 10th Planet.
Oh, okay.
He is probably the premier jiu-jitsu instructor in the world. But on the side of that,
And he's a conspiracy theorist.
he's crazy. And I love him. Like when he comes, he hangs out. We have a great time. But he's definitely crazy.
That's funny.
Probably. It may be.
So this is your full-time gig now?
It's
Is
my full-time gig. So I still work with a couple companies.
personal
'cause-
protection for
Yep. For Alex Jones.
Alex Jones at Infowars.
Yep.
That is cool.
So, you know,
man.
I'm
so you
always-
can see a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff now.
I
And
see all the behind the scenes. So I'm with him every day. We hit the gym together. We go to work together. The stuff he has, the people that come on, like every aspect of his life I'm with. I
Right.
spend time with him, with his children, with his wife. I'm like a family member to them.
you got dogs?
No, he's got this badass cat.
A cat, like a feline cat, or like
yes,
a
like a
tiger cat? Is there
It
any
is-
other kind of feline cats? I
it
guess
is
they're all
a-
felines, aren't they?
Mixed breed
House
jungle
cat, that's what I was trying to
Bengal
say,
cat. So it's like a Bengal cat that's bred in to make it somewhat
Exotic.
domesticated.
Yeah.
So it's like a lynx cat, but he's cool. His name is Hunter.
Hunter.
Like Hunter eats birds, catches squirrels. Like
So they got no rodents around the house.
none. Like Hunter-
Big Daddy, you need one of those.
Yeah.
we gotta get him.
You a dog or a cat kind of guy? Big
I
Daddy?
don't know. I don't know if Jack, my Boston Terrier, would like the cat.
Yeah,
No,
dog
probably
man.
not.
It sounds like that cat would probably eat the Boston Terrier. Is
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely a dog person. I got 4 dogs. I've never owned a cat in my life, but this one cat's kind of taken He's pretty cool. He listens. You
Yeah.
tell him come. He makes eye contact. He'll come and sit at your feet. Like it's pretty neat for a
That's
cat.
very
It's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, does he have like a big leash and collar and
He lets it run.
just run
It just-
free to roam? Huh?
Free to do its thing. Come in, come out, open the door, let
Is
him
it
go.
declawed?
No.
Not even declawed.
No.
It's not that big, though, right?
No, it's maybe 15
Bigger than a
pounds.
house cat?
It's bigger than a house cat. It's way more agile.
Right.
It's probably 15 pounds.
So are the neighbors missing any household pets or?
Maybe.
Kids or
Yeah, some kids.
Kids.
Like,
Some
all
kids.
kinds of stuff.
There used to be a bus stop next door, but not so much anymore.
used to be a little 3-year-old next door. I don't know what happened.
Little known fact, Big Daddy used to raise exotic animals, so that's why he kind of was tuned in to what he was
Ah,
talking
okay.
Really?
I
Nice.
Sure did.
about. Yeah.
Well,
In North Carolina?
Well, I actually imported exotic animals, parrots and primates into the
Okay.
country until the government decided we were depleting the wildlife and other,
yeah,
other
Right.
countries. So it pretty much came to an end.
Huh.
Just
like that.
That was a great.
So
business.
monkeys.
Just
you're
what we
dealing
need.
monkeys.
The government
Oh,
telling
yeah.
us more things that are good or bad for us, right?
Yeah, I raised a chimp for 7.5 years.
Really?
Yep, she was born at Lion Safari, and so we raised her as a baby, and then she ended up in Texas actually, and she had 4 little ones. She ended up being a good mother.
You know what you started, don't you?
Who?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, the simian takeover is started.
Oh,
Thanks to
man.
Big Daddy
It is
Hoffman.
all Big Daddy's
There
fault.
you go.
So
Big Daddy started.
when the day comes, look him up. It's his fault.
That's one Alex needs to get on, right?
That's right.
there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need Big Daddy on Alex Jones' cue.
Let's go. We'll come on.
Man, tell Alex I said hello.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're more than welcome to come on. You can come to Austin, Texas, and visit us, or we can Skype anytime you want.
Good deal.
We're more than happy to have you guys come on.
My boss lives in Austin now, John Paul DeJoria, who owns Patron and John Paul Mitchell Systems.
Right.
And Jesse James, who's his son-in-law, I watched he and Alex together a couple times. So, yeah, we got to get you down there.
I'm ready.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That'd be a good matchup.
Yeah, it would.
I'd like that.
You let me drive you around in my old truck, Big Daddy?
Yes, sir.
I got a 54 Chevy, all original, 3 on the tree, 5 window. We'll go drive like, we ain't got no AC, you know.
Okay.
but we'll listen to Patsy Cline or something
There you go.
and listen to, you know.
Or some Hank or something
Absolutely.
like that.
Hank Williams
And if I need to
Sr.
go new, you know, some Cody Jinks or something like that, some new kids but are singing old style country, it's my thing. Roll down the windows, cruise through town.
That sounds like a
All
plan.
those kids drive Mercedes and BMW, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
like, I'm still cooler than you know?
I'm already getting jealous.
Right, in my $5,000 truck, you
There
know,
you
like.
go.
Yeah, I've got a horse and buggies at home. you
Hey,
know?
deal. I want to ride on it too. You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do it anytime.
Okay, for sure.
What about you? Got any exotic animals over here we need to talk about?
No
Justin?
exotic animals. No primates. I'm not trying to start the.
You didn't bring anything back over from the sandbox?
No. Unfortunately, they were pretty strict on what we were allowed to bring back. So.
Somehow those things find their way back over here, though. You know.
Indeed. I did run across some pretty big spiders. I did not bring those back though. So.
Thank
Not a
goodness.
fan of arachnids.
If you did not kill them with fire, we're no longer friends.
That's
like,
Did
why
you
we-
burn them?
We need to bring the flamethrower back. Absolutely. I got a can of WD-40 and took care of that. So.
There you go.
Good deal.
Yep.
So what's new with you, Marty?
Well, it's, you know.
You always ask the questions, but no one asks
Well, that's
you.
just
Like,
my show.
I know. You know, we don't know, like,
I'm asking the questions.
I ask the questions here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, no, nothing new with me. Same old, same old.
Huh?
Hair's about ready to be donated. I'm about a half-inch away from Hawks Locks for Kids.
That's awesome.
Round 2. This will be my round 2.
Great. It's a good deal.
Took it about 2 years to get from the last cut. I went completely shaved, to where it is right now. I hadn't touched it since.
Nice.
So right at about 2 years.
That's awesome, man.
Well, that's,
Yeah, they raised money to cut my goatee off. I've been growing it for 8 months, and I'm like, it finally looks good, but hey, they raised money for Gary Sinise Foundation.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long was it?
I mean, it was close to my chin, and I just let it. They're about to cut all this off.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is long
So you're
for
growing
me.
it for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next month.
Well, good for you. Is there a place where people can go donate for that?
Yeah. If you go to, it's a crazy website, jodybee5.wixsite.give.
Holy crap. You messed that up. Do
I
that
just
again.
messed it up. Jody, Jody, B as in boy, 5, the number 5, wixsite.com/give. And there's also some prizes. But everything goes to Gary Sinise Foundation
Okay.
for severely wounded vets. We do that through Paul
Right.
Mitchell, and it's amazing, man. The guy just works his tail off.
Gary Sinise is awesome.
It's a good
Dude,
foundation.
He is.
I
He is.
love what
That's
he's
a
I
good
had
doing.
the
man.
pleasure of meeting him several times, and I'm honored that everybody's pitching in to help with it. So,
Very cool.
and Big Daddy donated with standard manufacturing an AR-15 for the raffle too. So I don't
Kick
want
ass.
to forget that.
Hey, you can't beat that at all.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
It's
Yes,
definitely
sir.
going for a good cause. Of all the people in our world right now that are doing things, it's really hard to compare to Gary. Like that dude,
Yeah.
he gives back a lot. You know, and
Yeah.
it's you don't see him do it for fame or for anything else. He just does it because he thinks it's what's right. And you know,
Yep.
there's so very few people in our country right now that are like that. You know, if he could just get one more person to act like him once a month.
And for those who
That'd
don't
be a
know who
big
Gary
deal.
Sinise is, if you ever watched Forrest
Forrest
Gump,
That's right.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yep.
He played Lieutenant Dan, yeah.
That's right.
And among other things, I mean, he's a great actor, too. He's been in a lot of good movies.
CSI?
CSI, that's what it is.
Was that
Yeah.
CSI New York for a while?
New York.
Forever.
Yeah.
And he's got a Lieutenant Dan band that goes around and
Right.
raises money.
They do some great shows.
He's got a Lieutenant Dan band?
That's the name
Are
of it.
you serious?
No, it's a great band.
They give out free tickets all the time to vets. They actually played down here in Atlanta, I think, last year. It
Oh,
was
that's
pretty
awesome.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
That is pretty cool,
They
man.
do USO tours all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they sure do.
speaking of hair, I've been working on something about 60 some years. Could we get something going? Maybe me to get somebody hair implants or something. Y'all are cutting your hair. I don't need hair.
You do, sir? Hey, we can send some your way.
I purposely grow this magnificent beard to distract from the point that anyone knows I'm bald-headed. People ask me all the time, do you shave your head?
Distraction.
Do you shave your head because makes your beard look bigger? I'm like, no, I shave my head because I'm bald-headed. I don't like
hair.
it, All
the hair migrated to my chin.
Yeah, if I had hair, then I would look like Marty. I'd have long hair and a beard.
That's right. You'd be anthrax.
That's it, But I don't. So
Hey,
I got more
good.
Big Daddy hair than I do than Jody for sure. So,
Jody's got the head of hair now.
Man, it's trying to creep up on me as I'm in my 40s now. So, but thank goodness to Paul Mitchell. I just keep putting stuff on it.
Well, I rub most of mine off on the headboard.
That's what it is.
friction.
Yeah. Hey, I had to.
I got
say
no
it.
comeback for that.
Hey, I got nothing.
Perfectly stated at a perfect time.
I got nothing for
Shut
that.
Marty down. I've never heard him get shut down like that. Normally he's got a pretty good comeback. Nope.
I had one, but I had to bite my tongue. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
so
family-
Justin, tell everybody about Modern Spartan Systems real quick, where they can go get the product. Sponsor of Talking Lead podcast, by the way.
Absolutely.
Proud sponsor.
We do weapons cleaners and lubricants, as well as an entire line of industrial cutting oil additives and engine oil additives. But if you want to take a look at our products, if you go to modernspartansystems.com, we've got all the information there. Got YouTube, Facebook, everything like that. But always looking for people to try it out.
And the lead sled just tripped over 300,000 miles on my way to Arkansas to the Sheepdog Impact Assistance Charity Ball. And then on my way here. So
Nice.
using the TVT, Modern
great.
Spartan Systems oil additive. I haven't put it in my gas yet. Marcus keeps telling me to put it in my gas too. So.
You can put it pretty much in just about everything, but the gas, you'll see an increase on the gas mileage. We've had big rigs that'll get an extra 15 to 20% on some cross countries, and you take a look at it, and they're going from about 6 to 7.5 to almost 8 miles a gallon. I mean, for those guys, that's their money. So in everyday use, if you've got knocks, dings, anything like that going on inside your engines, it's really good for lubricating. We've had guys take the oil out and run it with just the TVT that after it coated, and we've had a guy, he almost went 6,000 miles running engines with just the TVT coating inside there. So I would not suggest that at home.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to get another. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm going to try to get another 300,000 out of the old lead sled. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
I'm going to put a lift kit on it.
There you go.
I'm going to jack her up. It's a 97 Yukon for those who don't know. I'm like Q.
That's right.
Run with the old stuff, and I'm going to throw some big old tires on there. Do a little bit of something to it each time, just to transform it. Yeah, it's my baby.
If you did everything at one time, you wouldn't have nothing left to do.
That's right.
That's the whole point of
A
the
little bit
project,
here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
I've tried that on my wife. I'll tell her that.
Yeah, when she says,
List of
Big
chores
Daddy, you
to
got
do.
all these chores. And you're like, listen, baby, if I did them all, I wouldn't have nothing left to do.
That's sort of like that
gotta
saying,
pace that.
laws of you never be broke.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Q.
Yes, sir.
Infowars.
Infowars.com, man.
Just-
Check it out.
Just
you know.
Infowars.com,
That's it.
and that's your life now, right?
That's my life. That's what I'm doing.
So is he getting you on the show, Winnie? Doing,
I'm on the
getting
show quite a bit. We've recently had a big call to action for veterans, and what we did is I was sitting around with him one day, and I said, we need, the fight's not over. Just because Trump won, to think that this fight is over is stupid.
No.
They are consolidating and reorganizing. They are coming back out. They're going to
relentless.
continue to fight. You can see it in the constant attacks on Trump. You can see it on the attack on General Flynn and all these other dudes. They're continuing to fight. So just because Trump won doesn't mean it's over.
Oh.
So we started a thing where it's like, hey, it's kind of a call to action. If you're a veteran, you need to be vocal and tell people like, hey, I support the president. I support, the democratic process. As a country, we chose a president, whether you like him or not. Regardless of how we felt in the last 8 years. We didn't burn anything. We didn't act crazy. We didn't do nothing. We simply went to work every day.
Right.
Then the time came, the silent majority spoke, and we changed things. We don't want you to come burn anything or act stupid or cover your face with some Antifa mask and act like a child and a coward. If you got something to say it. That's part of being a libertarian.
Speak your mind.
Right. whether I
do
agree
it
with
in
you
a
or not,
respectful, peaceful manner.
right? Whether I agree with you or not, you have the right to say whatever it is you feel like saying, and I'm open to a discussion with you. If you want to tell me why you think I'm wrong, as long as you do it in a respectful manner and back it up with facts, then I'm okay with that. If you want to go next level and act gangster, then I'm okay with that too. But, you know,
Or act like a 3-year-old.
right? You know, I'll put you over my knee and whip you in front of your friends. Like that's okay.
Spank
you know,
your little bottom.
but that's our thing right now. It's like my push from there is being on the show, going on and talking about it, and it's just a call to action to individuals from the country, to veterans. You know, don't take it easy. Now's not the time to just sit back and coast because
That's
the
where they
election's
get us
over.
every time. Is we sit back, we relax. You know, we think we've won.
Right.
You know, it's over. It's never
Complacency kills.
never
I mean,
over.
it's never over. And,
Well
and
said, yeah.
as every day goes on, that he does more and more things, again, that he said he was going to do, whether you like him or not. Here's the bottom line. He said, if I'm elected president, I'm going to do A, B, and C. He was elected president. So far, he's done A, B, and C. So if for nothing else, you have to respect the fact that the man said he would do something and he did it.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. If I tell you I'm going to come and take your trash out,
And it's only
and
been
I do it,
100 days, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
100 days a day.
yeah.
100 days today. Today is 100 days,
like,
isn't it? Yeah.
You know, and he said, hey, watch the first 100 days. Massive tax cuts, you know, reform in other places. You know, so I'm happy to see what it is. I think that he has the ability to basically be our modern day George Washington. We are at a place in our country where shit is really bad. And we have two choices. We can, you know, draw that line in the sand and unfortunately end up like 1865, fighting against each other. Or we can unite as Americans, understand that we live in the best country in the world, hands down, that we have better freedoms and more rights than anywhere else. And, you know,
Better quality of life.
That's
too.
it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just shake hands and go on about our life. And you live your way and I'll live mine. And as long as my way of living doesn't encroach on yours and your way of living doesn't encroach on mine, why should we not get along?
Can't we all just get along?
That's it, you know. Like,
I think it was
No,
great.
we can't.
I mean, you know,
We
he was
can't.
here yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, he did his
yesterday. It was awesome.
speech yesterday.
Yep.
Yep.
and it's the
Missed
first
it.
time that the president has come to an NRA meeting since
Reagan.
Reagan.
Since Reagan, really?
That's right.
34
Sounds
years.
about right.
34 years, first time
Yeah.
that a president's come here.
Wow.
And dude, I left there very patriotic.
That's
Had
the thing,
rest
like-
So you got to see it?
Oh yeah, I was there. It was amazing. He had me.
I had a pass and everything, and I didn't get to go.
And that should just show you like his true heart in how things are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Donald Jr. was here, he was here, the family's here. It's just proof that he's a, you know, regardless of his wealth, he's trying to start a grassroots movement. You
Well,
know,
he's showing
from-
who he supports.
We loves
Right.
America.
Right.
He supports us.
Who loved him? The people, the silent majority, went out and voted for him. Right.
Right.
We went out, we picked a new president. This is what it is. He's happy to be that guy. He's showing it by coming out to events like this, proving it. He's trying to restore gun rights to a reasonable level. You know, I personally feel any gun law is illegal.
Sure.
You know, the Constitution
Amen.
doesn't say within these limits or within this boundaries. It very cleanly says shall
doesn't say
not.
this length.
Right.
Right.
It doesn't say if you put this
none of
on
that.
it.
Right. If you're
If it's quiet.
if your front pistol grip is at a 90 instead of a 45, it doesn't say that. It says shall not be infringed.
Right.
Period.
That's infringing.
That's
Preach it,
infringing.
brother.
Yeah.
You know.
Amen.
Any gun law that you put on me is an infringement of my right. If you tell me that I'm not allowed to carry in Texas because I live in Florida, that's crap. Like, why should my inherent right to self-defense or defend
National
someone next to me?
reciprocity. Yeah.
National. Like,
National.
constitutional carry. Unless you've had a reason to have your rights revoked, you should be allowed to carry.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, like I said, Big Daddy's like 45, 46 now. You know, he may not be in a position
I
to
think he's a
defend
year
himself.
younger than me.
I
Yeah.
think he is.
Yeah. You're
He
younger
may
than me.
not be in a position to defend himself one day, but I may be.
If
But
I
who
had
is-
hair, I
He
think I
just needs
could.
hair.
It's that.
Jody, can't you hook him up with some of these Paul Mitchell products and get him some
We'll
hair?
work on it.
We need some tea tree oil.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's it,
there you
tea
go.
tree, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Is
But-
tea tree the key?
But
Tea tree
you're
helps.
100% correct.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But
Yes,
that's my thing. You know, I think your driver's license takes you anywhere in the country, right?
Right.
You got a driver's license in Florida, you can still drive in California.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
drive in New York, you can go to Montana. Because you took a federal class that gave you a federal license. So if that's the deal, let's regulate constitutional carry by a simple federal class that class.
Standardize. You standardize it.
Right. So whatever it is, 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, I'm okay with that. I'll spend a day in class.
Absolutely.
To prove my right, to know that if I'm driving from here to D.C. and I drive through Maryland, I'm not going to prison for carrying a pistol. But that's my soapbox, That's my big thing. Like, the big thing in Texas is 51% rule, right? So everywhere you go, there's a big red sign that says 51. And it means if you get 51% of your income in a restaurant or a bar comes from alcohol, you're not allowed to carry. It's unlawful to carry there. My wife likes to dance, right? So I'll take her to a country bar. I'm not dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Also not drinking.
Right.
Why should I not be allowed to carry?
Sure.
Because they sell alcohol? I'm not allowed to no longer defend myself or her?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, in Tennessee, you can, carry in
Right.
a bar. But if the establishment has their sign and they don't want you to carry, you're not supposed to carry in there. It's not against the law.
Right.
But they
can
can't
simply
ask
have
you to
you
leave.
removed.
They
Right.
just ask you to leave. If you don't leave, then they can have you removed.
But as a responsible, concealed carry person, no one ever knew you had a gun. Shouldn't.
Right. They're never going to know that I got a gun in there anyway. But here's another
Unless
thing:
something happened.
is I won't go to that place.
I won't either.
I'll turn around and I'll leave. I'm not going to support them.
Right.
In their decision to do what they're doing.
I think there's some good
I'll
movement.
just carry, conceal, and to hell with them.
That's the way I do. I'm carrying everywhere. I'm just going to roll.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
We've been pretty lucky to that point. We've been lucky here in Georgia because I work with the National Guard, and for the longest time, you couldn't bring a gun to the armory. And,
right.
I mean, it's open door policy. Anybody could walk in there any day and go at it. But the tag and the governor have been able to change that. So now on the armories, we're allowed to carry them.
Right.
It's moving the right way, but it's too slow. You're right. The
When I was
process
when I was in the National Guard, I carried all the time,
Yep.
knowing that even as an E7, I was shit out of luck if I got caught.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm in an armory
was
full of
worth it to
guns. Right. Post 9/11, anything is a terrorist opportunity.
Yep.
The shooting in Chattanooga at the
Right.
recruiting center.
Yep.
So there's just no way. Like, I'm just not going anywhere without carrying. And if it's someplace that I'm not allowed to, i.e. like a courthouse that's a metal detector, unless I have to, I'm not going.
Right.
I just don't go places
there's
that don't
some
support
places
our law.
you just absolutely will have
Right.
to disarm.
I ride a motorcycle all the time, so I carry on my motorcycle. But you can't go in a post office. It's a federal crime to go in and check your mailbox. I'm not
Is
gonna
that
take-
all post offices?
Yes.
Yep.
That's federal. You can't carry a gun in a post office.
Oops.
So I'm not going to take my weapon off and put it in a saddlebag and leave it outside. That's not responsible as a gun owner.
Not at all.
So I just keep it concealed, go and check my mail, and leave.
There you go.
But
Just don't make a big deal about it.
that's it.
Don't go around and sling your AR over your back
And
walk down the street.
And if it ever gets crazy and I end up having to use my pistol to defend myself or someone else, then I'll articulate that in court.
There you go.
But I'm the last thing I want is to be able to be somewhere and say, man, I've been through all this training, I've been through all these deployments, I've done all this stuff, and then got caught slipping because Target didn't want me to carry a pistol.
Right.
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. Because you never know. Like you said, you just never know when that
That's it.
situation's going to happen. So real quick, personal carry right now. What's your personal carry? What do you carry?
Smith & Wesson M&P Compact 40 right now.
Nice.
I
Big
like it.
Daddy?
Glock 29, 10 millimeter.
Sweet. Jody?
Glock 43 plus 2.
G43 plus 2. Nice. Q?
I have 2 carries. I go back and forth between the 29 and the 19.
Okay.
There's a big joke amongst guys that very few men can carry a 10 mil and use it effectively. And when I got my Glock 40, the long slide 10 mil, I fell in love with it. And I was like, you know what? I started shooting gel and checking ballistics. And I was like, why carry a 9 when I can carry a 10?
Right?
So
That's what I'm talking about.
it's a showstopper.
Yep.
There's a 1 millimeter difference is not much on paper, but it's a hell of a difference in a pistol.
Yep.
So
And, of course, as the lead heads know, Lefty carries the G23 and the G27,
nice.
baby. I'm a 40 guy.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
Hey, I get it.
Well, very good. Guys, thanks so much for taking the time to be on, visiting us here at the Eagle Imports booth at the 2017 NRA annual meeting. I call it convention sometimes, so I have to force myself to say meeting.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. We're meeting,
That's right.
just talking, hanging out, having a good time. Just our little conversations. You never know what might change the world,
There's no telling. someone hears this and goes, you know what? He's right. I do have the right to defend myself anywhere, and I should go out and vote because that House bill, doesn't match what I'm saying, and go out there and take some time to educate yourself on the bills that are gone, because there are a lot of stuff that gets slid through the system under the guise that, hey, we're doing great things for you, but don't read subparagraph 3, bow leg C that says if you get a speeding ticket, you no longer get a right to vote or whatever.
Right. Get on the no-fly list.
That's right. Texas has one right now called HB, I think it's 1911. If you are new to Texas, the first 6 months you live there, you don't have the right to carry.
That's crazy.
Why should I not be
crazy? Something.
Right? Yeah, but
that's crazy.
Makes no sense.
That's buried way down in there. If you have any Class A or Class B misdemeanor, you lose your right to carry. That's a speeding ticket. That's a jaywalking. That's a drunk in public. That's like anything at all.
Right.
You lose your right to carry.
Spitting on the sidewalk.
Come on now, that ain't okay to me.
No.
That's not
Cool.
okay.
That's like you said earlier, though. We can never stop fighting.
No, the fight's on every day.
Every day, and whether it's just gun rights or whatever, like every video.
Or right
I
to
do.
raise monkeys.
A right to raise monkeys.
By golly.
But I mean, that's why always join and support the NRA, and I always push that in every video.
That's right.
We got to. It's always a pleasure being here with you too.
You
I
too,
appreciate
Big
you having
Daddy.
me on today.
Thanks for coming. If you would do us the honors
Thanks,
of doing the sign off, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. All right, guys. Remember, as always, Big Daddy loves ya. Hoorah!
Yeah, there it is.
That's
there
it right
is.
there.
Yep.
Didn't say anything the entire time.
He didn't.
And I thought I was a silent.
That's right.
Delete. Censored Richard. Top Richard is now censored Richard.
Don't mess your hair up.
What? Yeah, this whole thing.
This whole thing.
Stupid.
All right, guys. It is that time at the NRA 2017 for 4 Richards and a Ralph.
And
the time
a Ralph.
has come. So the tradition is continuing here in hot Atlanta at the Eagle Imports booth.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
The players play.
Ride on the things like every day.
That's right. Peace up, A-Town down.
Can we use any more generic hip-hop sayings?
Top Richard's got to go sell something.
He's meeting his boyfriend.
He literally just got up to go hug a man.
And that person you heard just then was Silent Richard.
Yes, silent.
Get it? You didn't hear him?
Silent Richard.
We're just waiting on-
Doesn't Mike Sedini, the president of Eagle Imports, look like he's just here to commit a hit? Every time I see you, you get more and more like something out of a Godfather movie.
It's called more and more Goomba.
The Sopranos.
Goomba.
See this haircut?
Sardinis.
See this haircut? I got this haircut, and all my boys, we got the same haircut. Jaeger bombs. I shower in that shit. Not now, Chief. I'm in the zone.
Were y'all killing the Jaeger bombs last night?
We killed everything, including a bunch of brain cells. But I'm sober now.
Did you?
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Maybe.
Last time you came back and you'd lost your dignity. So what'd you lose this time?
In any form of verbal capacity whatsoever.
I lost my ability to use my company account for drinks anymore.
You got that revoked?
Yeah. They literally, Amex came in and cut my card up in the middle of the bar.
You know
it's
why?
that bad, yeah.
It's because you didn't take Jamin.
Yeah, exactly. One thing you're supposed to do in order to keep accounting happy
gotta
is
take
have the
the boss.
CEO drunk with you. Yeah.
Right?
But he told me to do it. Yeah.
I swear to God he did. Is it, is he taking pictures with that? You can use my phone to take
Come on,
pictures
Ralph.
with.
Get in here. Get in on the fun. No, Ralph?
Ooh, do it. Let's do a Facebook Live.
You want me to
Oh, my.
be Raphael?
Probably not a great idea. That's
No.
probably not
Bad.
too safe.
Okay, let's not do that.
Why
Do
is
you
that not
remember who
safe?
you're talking to?
I forgot.
Where are you?
Hey guys, this is Raphael.
Where's Little Richard? What'd you do with Little Richard?
Little Richard. What are you talking
That's
about?
you.
You're
I'm Little Richard?
I
Who's
thought
that?
you were Little Richard.
Am I Little Richard?
I was Big Richard.
I'm the original Richard.
I thought it was Small Richard.
I like Little Richard better though.
Like
Little Richard.
Little Richard. Oh, okay, I get it now. Damn, dude. That went way over my head. Yeah.
Well, because you're Little Richard.
I'm
Richard.
Little Richard. Yeah. Yeah.
Bless your
You're Ricky
heart.
Bobby Richard.
Easy now.
Easy.
Hey,
I thought I was the OG Richard.
Easy Richard.
You do look like a washed-up NASCAR driver.
I'm a little too tall to be a NASCAR driver.
Jimmy Johnson's like 6'5".
You're a little too wide.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. It makes me dizzy.
That's fair. When do they
Sit down, Mike. You got to take over for Ralph.
Wait, who's Bottom Richard?
Yeah.
Bottom Richard?
Apparently Mike is Bottom Richard.
He's like, I can't hang with you, Richard.
How you doing? How you doing over there?
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Situation over here. I'm going to give you Richard.
There's a fake
Richard.
He's impersonating Richard.
Come on.
So Raph's back.
Top Richard's back in the house.
Top Richard here.
There he is, Top Richard. So I got to start off about this is a heartfelt, to Top Richard here. I'm sorry to hear about your dog.
Yeah, he's okay.
Is he better now? He snapped back?
He's not doing it like he was. He's not doing as bad as he was.
Trust me, man. I'm right here. I felt for you, man. Because
so I got to.
Anything happened to my boy?
I got to come back to the show today. So
yeah, welcome back.
What happened to your dog?
We thought we were gonna have to put him to sleep this morning. So.
Wow, way to be that guy.
Old?
He's got cancer. Yeah.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Buzzkill.
Edit that out, please.
Yeah.
You want me to edit that out?
This is supposed to be good times.
I'm not going to edit that out.
I think I need a drink.
Yeah. This
No,
is supposed to be good
I
times.
don't.
Something funny will come from it.
Hey. Yeah. What's funny is I drove all the way out past Covington and turned around.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Did it go off?
I got gas this morning at Lake Oconee, and now I'm back in Atlanta.
So, quick question. I was listening to the last show we did and the one before that. Do we ever actually have any context in our show, or is it just like this?
Well, last time we started to get a little political, and we said, that's enough of that.
Screw that.
I don't remember that.
Trump just got elected.
Yeah.
Of course, Trump was here yesterday.
He was.
And made some comments.
His son was actually walking around the floor. It was pretty interesting.
Junior?
Yeah. He's an avid gun guy.
Did he come by and say hey to you?
He actually did. He told us he has over 30 of our lowers.
Really?
Yeah, he said.
What is he doing with them?
You know what? That's none of our business, sir.
He uses them as coffee table legs.
Yeah, he's exercising his Second Amendment right. What are you doing with them?
I would put a top on them.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Little Richard,
I like them topless.
Why don't you
You
have
like 'em topless?
permanent state lowers?
What'd you say?
The question is, why don't you have
exactly.
permanent
Yeah.
state lowers?
Terrorist.
So,
Hey, lead us down
It's
the
going
right
down
path.
fast.
let's talk about last night.
Yeah.
We were all hanging out together, except Top Richard.
Top Richard was not in the house last night
What?
with
I
you
don't know. You're MIA.
Let's talk about
What's
Top
up with
Richard.
that?
Let's talk about Top.
guys.
So
Top Richard took his sales manager from Bursa to dinner last night. And then went to visit some friends that live around here.
Top Richard died.
Yes.
He's dead. Remember when
He
Top
was dead
Richard,
to us last night.
Remember when he used to be fun? I don't, but I was hoping one of y'all did. So.
It was never fun. I'm too old.
Yeah, I remember a lot from last night. First off, vaguely.
Vaguely.
So did you make it to Buckhead last night? Did you go?
No, I did not make it to Buckhead.
That's Ralph.
No, that's
Ralph.
It's all about grunt
Made it to
style
Grunt
last night.
Style.
I went
All
to the
about
we-
grunt style.
We all went to the grunt style party.
Yeah, we were all at
We're all
Grunt
there.
Style.
Except
Yeah.
for Top Richard.
Except for Top Richard.
We just went through this.
I wasn't invited.
He was hobnobbing.
I wasn't invited.
I didn't
So-
know anything about it.
Obviously grunt style. They actually had some pretty tight security at the beginning. They had the two pretty girls work in the front.
Yeah.
So-
Not only were they pretty, but they were like muscled
Intense.
up.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they
I mean,
actually.
that
yeah.
one girl's arms were just like.
How were they? Got it. Okay. But they barely let
Jacked
us in.
up hose.
And then the best part is the only way Mike Sedini from Eagle got in was to say he worked for Glock.
Are you serious?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm with Corey.
Spectacular. Oh, no.
Everybody
it was
worked for
Glock.
It's just
last
Glock.
night.
Yeah.
It was Glock. I tried that. Yeah, it's Corey Jones. Talked to Matt with Glock. Oh, you're with Glock. Go ahead and go in.
Yeah.
Going up. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why don't you just say
You
that
were
at
the
the
cool
beginning?
folks.
Yeah. Why don't you just say that in the beginning?
So,
Glock.
So I tried to hit on some women.
You tried to hit on some
So,
women.
luckily, everyone I talked to was married, so I had that going for me.
But they seem kind of frightened. You know.
But,
So that's why you were such in such a hurry to get out of there.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
supposed
They were all
he got
married.
turned by everybody, down by everybody in the bar, I think.
You got shot down that quick.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. This one short one with long hair turned around and had a beard and turned out to actually be
that's
Beard?
right. It was-
Little
it was-
Richard.
It was
It
Little
turned out
Oh,
to be
yeah,
Little
yeah, yeah.
Richard.
It was Little Richard.
You from the back, it's not even gay.
I'm
It's
telling
not
you,
gay.
man. That's stuff you want to put on a magazine. Little Richard from the back. Shit.
Whoa now.
Whoa.
It's getting deep now. Whoa.
Time to go back to the
Wait a
booth.
minute.
Yeah, it ain't all that.
I was going to say I have nothing to contribute, but now I'm back in it.
So
That just got interesting.
That's what she said. Anyways.
It was jam-packed. There was a lot of mofos and
Yeah.
mo-hos.
There was a lot of there. You're right.
Mo-hos,
A lot of
mofos.
both.
So
Is that how that goes?
Then we all
Mofos, hoes.
apparently they got into an escalator
Boats
race
and
at
hoes.
some point. The
Boats
drunken
and hoes.
escalator race.
Yes, and I won. I'm the champion.
That's actually not true. I won the first flight of
Yes,
escalators, and
second
you won
one's
the
what
second
counted.
flight.
Where did you do the escalator races at?
On the way from
The Omni?
M3 to M2 or somewhere. I don't know.
The best part was we come flying around the corner into the main lobby, and there's packed full of people, and we're both just like, and everybody just stops.
Are your
and
feet
looks at
squeaking
us.
as you're running and turning?
Yeah.
And
I
everybody
think
just
tennis
stops
shoes?
I think I
and
about
stares
fell
at us, and
twice.
we're just fucking got on the elevator and just rolled.
All right, so I got to know what the ground rules are for an escalator race.
Don't die.
Hey, Rubbin's racing, pal.
Rubbin's racing.
Rubbin's
it's all
racing.
legal,
It's
right?
all-
Is
anything's
Corey wearing
open.
a pink shirt?
No, but whatever happened to the
Light
Shave
blue?
My Balls tank top, by the way?
Do you remember
I
that?
thought
It
you
got
still
left in
had
the
it.
taxi.
No, he did something with it. Did you lose that?
It got left in the taxi.
Well, why the weren't you wearing it?
It wasn't my turn to wear it.
You didn't
But
lose the
I had
bet.
turned it over when I had to escort Corey home. I had turned over the ownership.
We're
of
talking about the
tank top to
original
you.
night right now.
The original
Yeah.
Richard night.
We
Yeah,
should've-
in Florida.
Why didn't we pick another one up then when we were down there for the hurricane?
I don't know.
Because I was too busy trying to
'Cause there
get
was a
away.
hurricane.
Yeah. 'cause I was literally-
We were
'cause
trying to get the
It
hell
was
out of
weird.
there.
We had Big Three, but all the stores were boarded up. I don't know. Pardon me. I
think
had to
they
take down a
evacuated.
board so I could get a small tank
mandatory
top.
I got one that
evacuation.
says I shaved my balls for this, by the way.
Only in a size small, please.
Yeah.
All right, so this October, we're going to start that tradition again.
Oh,
we're going
my.
to go and we'll do the bet. Whoever loses has to wear whatever we pick out in the
Whatever
shirt.
Do you remember the last show though? And it was just you and I. And
Just
after
you
Ralph,
and I.
after Ralph got her name, and you and I were walking home, and we split off to go to our hotels, and you Facebook lived your walk home,
Yes, you
Right?
did.
and didn't even remember
He didn't
it.
even say a word
And
either.
just drunkenly
And I
walking.
didn't even say anything.
That way he has a record of the
Yeah,
evening.
this is how I died.
I was
Yes.
I was showing the beautiful weather. You know, this is my beautiful walk home.
It was kind of odd, though, how it kept zigzagging back and forth. It
You're
wasn't
telling
like
what
a
I
straight
told you
line.
before I
It was
left.
like over
And
here a
extremely
little
out of
bit,
focus.
over
Tell
here
him
a little
my
bit.
famous quote before I left and walked away.
What was it?
You remember?
No, what was that? I will when you say
I'm a
it.
grown
It's-
man.
I said, hey,
Obviously very famous quote.
Yeah, I said it's very famous. I said, do you want me to walk with you? I said, you're kind of drunk. He said, I'm a grown man. And he starts walking the wrong. I'm like, well, grown man, your hotel's the other way. He's like, I know.
Taking the scenic route.
Yeah,
so face the
I was gonna walk you to your hotel. Yeah. Just random.
Lead heads walking by saying, hey. There's been a lot of lead heads in the house this week.
I thought you said redheads.
That is
Redheads.
true. I was like, what?
I was also-
Where's that?
I was intrigued.
Where are you going with that?
But
What are you trying to say?
So I have news. I learned you can actually eat a quadruple double cheeseburger.
That exists?
Well, no,
Quadruple double.
that kid last night. So I bought.
Sounds like a
Last
dive or
So
or
on the way home,
gymnastics
on the
move.
way home from the bars last night at 3:30 in the morning, I convinced my Uber driver to stop at McDonald's, and I bought 10 double cheeseburgers, 2 10-piece nuggets, and 8 large fries.
Did you get anybody else anything?
Yeah, and a Diet Coke.
So it's funny.
And a
So-
Diet
A
Coke.
small,
Yeah.
a small
A
Diet
water,
Coke.
a water, yeah.
A carton of milk, please.
So we get.
Skim.
I give each person in the car 1 cheeseburger,
One cheeseburger.
and then I gave the homeless man all my nuggets. So I was kind of. I was like, I mean, it was for a good cause.
For a good cause.
But he could have had a cheeseburger instead of the nuggets. So I get back to the room, and you're so drunk and tired and hungry all at the same time. Like you hit the bed, and you're like.
Tell me about it.
So I take a bite of 1 cheeseburger, and it was good. And I was really hungry, but I didn't want to chew that much, and had to, so I literally just
stacked them
opened
all
them all
It's
and
too much work.
smashed them together and ate this giant quadruple double
It's a
cheeseburger.
giant gut bomb.
Oh yeah,
You are a horrible person.
And
I literally this morning woke up and it felt like somebody had actually chewed it up and spit it back in my mouth.
no, that's not what you said. You said it was like somebody took a big dump in your mouth.
Is that what happened in the bathroom like 4 hours ago?
I literally got complimented and insulted in the bathroom
same
of the
time?
NRA by like 11 different guys in there. It was horrible. They're like,
they
that
say?
guy is doing work. I'm just like reaching my hand over the top of the stall waving. God bless you. And it wasn't even a, hey buddy, how about a flush? I was just flushing periodically back there, playing Angry Birds on my phone with one hand, flushing with the other. I went through 37 levels. It was amazing. I completed the game twice and backwards.
Oh my God.
You were doing work.
Yeah. You know it's bad when you walk into the
Angry
Glock
Birds.
booth and you're a different gun, and they go, "Let me get you a water."
It looks like you need a water, sir.
Yeah. And an intervention.
In a breath mint.
Yeah. and
See what happens when you skip out, man.
Yeah,
Dadgum.
I got some good sleep.
So we gotta make it
It's
up
funny
tonight.
how that works, isn't it?
It was awesome. I didn't wake up in a hamburger wrapper.
And nobody took a dump in his mouth either.
Well, hey,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't by accident, at least.
Oh my God.
Are you German?
Lordy.
Yeah. Can I have some saltines with that, please?
I might have to put this episode on a
And
pay-per-view.
some sriracha.
You want a mint?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
let's
it.
I really want to feel the burn.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta step up our game.
What's
Ralph. Look at that.
tonight? What's the plan tonight? What are we doing?
Well, tonight's the redneck
The
night.
same thing we
Tonight's
do
Hank
every
Williams
night,
Jr.,
Pinky.
baby.
Try to take over the
Are you
world.
going to that?
Oh, absolutely. It's a family tradition, ain't it?
You got us tickets, Andrew? Morgan hook us up with tickets?
Adam has his tickets.
Adam's got our tickets?
To the NRA thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tactical Men's.
Nice.
The big and rich with cowboy troy.
It's
Yep.
open bar, right?
I have no idea.
Does that mean free drinks?
It better be.
Yeah. Things that are things we need to find out.
It might be a really early
I would
night
say-
if it's not an open bar.
I would-
Yes, it probably will be.
I'd say it's cash bar.
It was an open bar last year.
Who's hosting it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I heard open.
Well, nice. Yeah, then we're going there.
Even better.
That
Free
worked
drinks.
Well, I'm just having water.
You're right. Yeah.
Skim milk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks.
Eric Pasley's
There's a lot of
playing it
folks
too.
sponsoring it. We won't mention their names
Do you
because
have
we're not on it.
do you have a lemonade? Do you have a lemonade?
Hey, don't let us miss Morgan at 5 too.
I know we're
So,
trying to keep an eye on that. 'cause
Morgan's going to play at 5 of the stage out here, so we got to make sure we don't miss that.
I'll run up there and holler at her for a second.
So, big thing actually. Glock and Palmetto. We got our first event with Karl Malone, June 3rd. In
Oh,
Ruston,
we're gonna have some substance to this now.
Yeah,
Oh, I like it.
Karl
That's
Malone
good.
shoots squirrel. We like to shoot a squirrel.
I want you to do that in front of him. He's eating sandwiches bigger than you. Yeah.
He's taking dumps.
That's
pretty
a lot
much.
of squirrel.
But the first event's June 3rd there, so they're going to shoot GX9, so 9mm AR platforms, easy to shoot, and the Glock 19. So,
Where's this at?
It's going to be in Louisiana, right outside Ruston, Louisiana. So
Okay, this is the one that we had talked
One
about.
of the
earlier.
first.
Ruston,
yeah,
Louisiana.
It'll be the very
One of
first
the-
one.
yeah, the
so-
very first one.
So is this open for everyone to
Yeah,
come
it's
down
open
to?
to everyone. There's going to be, we'll have actually some information up on the website
Okay.
probably by Monday or Tuesday of this week coming up. So, but it's June 3rd, so yeah, if people want to commute in or if they live around that area, they're more than welcome to come out.
Now this is going to be more of a. It's not the
This
the,
one, the
the
two-prong.
talk conversation
The
thing.
conversation part
This is
won't
gonna
be
be
this.
more of the
It's Louisiana. Let's be honest.
interactive.
It's
Yeah.
Louisiana. There's not a lot of people that don't like guns there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Not a lot of debate going on down there. yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't like them, you probably just keep your mouth shut down
Right.
there. You know, you'll end up in a swamp.
Just eat some more oysters and gumbo.
That was pretty culturally insensitive of
I
you.
thought it was like spot on.
They might like. They like cheeseburgers.
Crawfish.
Quadruple double cheeseburgers.
Ooh, are crawfish in season right now?
Yes, actually, yeah, they are.
We need to go somewhere and eat some crawfish tonight.
That's not really an Atlanta thing.
No, they don't do that here.
You can go to Popeyes.
Popeyes. Now who's being insensitive?
No, really, they have crawfish at Popeyes.
Oh, do they? I had never been to Popeyes.
And
Now
dirty
who's
rice.
being ignorant? Yeah.
What are you trying to accuse Corey of there, Marty?
What?
Wow.
What's his problem? He's such a Richard.
That's
Popeyes?
an absolute Richard move.
Cajun people?
Little Richard's pissed.
I'm hungry.
You're not yourself when you're hangry.
I'm hangry. I'm so hangry.
Well, I feel like we've really accomplished a lot here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, did you say Glock is going to be involved with the?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Way
we'll
to
all
listen.
be there.
Yeah.
We'll all be there.
Way to listen.
No,
Most-
I did.
most
listen.
of us will
I
be
caught
there.
that.
You know, we got a couple other things too going along with that with the safety.
So
Yeah.
where is Karl Malone?
Initiative.
Why is he
actually
here?
where he is? So he's a tough life. In the last 2 days, I know he was in the Dominican picking out the tobacco for his own line of cigars.
Okay.
And then
Nice.
2 nights ago, he sent me a picture of him with Drake.
With Drake?
Yeah. So
on his yacht?
No. Apparently, he took his son to a concert, and Drake saw him in the crowd. I was like, "That's the mailman," and brought him backstage. And
nice.
So yeah. So apparently,
and they talked about making his own cigars. So now
definitely has its perks, evidently, right?
Yeah.
Being the mailman.
Yeah.
Being
are you
a
and
world-class
Karl Malone basically
basketball player.
besties now?
Well,
I mean, pretty much.
I wouldn't say that we're besties, but let's just put it this way: we might have matching bracelets.
Nice.
No
Is
big
he
deal.
still on the
There's
board?
There's no big spoon,
Yeah,
little
he is.
spoon going
So yeah,
on.
Karl is actually still
Gotta
an
be.
acting member of the NRA board. Yeah.
Okay. I
So,
thought he was.
Yeah.
I figured he would be here, but yeah, I mean, you got to pick your tobacco out
Yeah. I mean, first off,
Got to have the good
for your
stuff.
cigars.
Yep.
What is he going to call them?
yes.
Let's not go
We
there.
should have a contest.
Let's not go there.
What
to
do we
help
name?
Karl Malone
Name-
question,
name his
wrong
cigars.
If I was friends with
Know
Karl
your
Malone,
audience.
I am no longer friends with Karl.
Know your talent. Bad question.
I'm
just
pretty
got
sure Karl
rejected.
doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Karl's not a podcaster.
He did listen to the episode that he was in.
Did you really?
I know he did. Yeah, he told me about it.
Cool. Did you like it?
He did. He did. He said you were adorable.
He's like, that Marty, he can edit.
He's adorable.
He's a good
Adorable.
editor. He's adorable.
That's a good word. Good word for little Richard. Adorable.
Adorable little Richard.
dress on him, I'll take him out.
Are you gonna be Silent Richard's? Are you gonna be Silent Richard's date to the NRA function tonight?
If that's how I got to get in.
That's what she said. Anyways,
Down for whatever.
Whatever I got to do for an open bar, baby.
well,
You're going, right? Raphael?
Probably. We'll see.
Chop
No,
Richard?
I've got a ticket to the Hank Williams Jr. thing, but not.
That's before. I have your ticket.
Yeah, we'll see.
See, like I said,
That means no. That means no.
Capitals are playing the Penguins tonight. I do want to see some of that.
Stream it on your phone.
Soccer on ice?
yeah, I was saying.
Yes, with sticks.
With sticks.
Ralph,
So
are you
I'd say
going?
baseball on ice.
Ralph, you going?
With sticks along the ground.
Big and rich? Yeah.
So golf on ice.
Sweet.
It's
That'd be interesting
it's
to
like
watch.
field hockey on ice, but with no field. So hockey.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Sounds like very confusing because there's a lot of sports going on in that one little rink.
Rink?
I know.
Is that rink?
Soccer,
Anything on
baseball.
a rink doesn't even sound.
What's a rink?
Yeah. What is a rink?
I'm not quite sure what a rink
I know
is.
a field.
I know what rank
that's
is.
I know what a
that's
rinky dink
real-
I know
is.
what rank is, and that'd be beer breath and having somebody dump in your mouth.
No, that's ronk.
Oh, wrong.
He is doing some work in there.
Yeah, we just came full circle.
Old Richard knows his dirtiness.
Yes.
Right?
That's ronk.
I think he really is German.
I am uncomfortable. I would like to retract myself from being.
Theater's
racist,
end.
yeah. What are you laughing at, Ralph?
man.
All right, so we got to wrap this up because we got to get ready for Morgan Mills, ladies and gentlemen. Is she gonna sing her Ride? Let's Ride.
I have no idea. I don't write her
You don't know what
set
she's
list,
gonna
Morty.
I request.
We'll just
Ride.
go right to the stage.
We'll
and
just start
tell her to play
chanting
the
it.
song.
We'll just start chanting.
Yeah. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Hey,
Let's
she'll
ride.
play it, but you got to go up and do the Cold Ford rap part.
I don't know it.
Well, you better learn it. You got about 12 minutes.
I can hum it.
You can hum it.
Wow.
I bet you can find it on this little device called
Learn it,
phone.
Richard.
It's called. Let me Google that for you.
But I'm not gonna learn. Oh, I bet the lyrics will be there, won't it? Yeah, I could do that. Good idea.
Hey,
Damn, Corey. Shit.
man, I got them every once in a while.
You the man.
OG Richard, you're kind of smart.
You're smart, Richard.
OG.
OG. No G.
Well, once again, I feel like we're really
Yeah, we
productive.
really gave you a quality product this year.
CJ's here. We got to get out of here.
Big three in the house.
Big
What,
three in the
what
house.
quality product and what?
In this interview that we got
This,
going here.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
meaningful. We're gonna get a lot out of it.
Basically just
We did
poop
learn
jokes
about
and-
a safety initiative kind of that Adam's doing with Karl Malone
And Glock.
and Glock.
And
yes,
Glock.
And Glock. With the
We also learned- we
follow
also-
the four. Is that what it is, Ralph?
Yep. Hashtag follow the four.
Follow the four. All about promoting gun safety.
Oh, I had a request for more Glock swag too. From
You did?
from the
Of course
lead
you
heads.
did. Everybody loves free
I'm out. I gave it all
EagleImportsInc.com.
All right, no worries.
I gave it all out.
We'll get you some stuff. Go to CJ's garage.
CJ's garage. There it is.
Yeah, he picks up a lot of stuff every big three.
That is such bull
We're
crap.
beyond
It's not in the
mainstream.
garage. We keep it in the Connex.
It's not garage worthy.
Just leave it outside.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see Morgan.
All right, guys. See you.
Thank you, brother.
Word.
Richard out.
Penis.
You can do it out one, that's gay. Come on.
That's right.
Yeah, you guys are from Minnesota too, right?
Soda.
Minnesota. Very cool. All right, lead heads, we are back, and this is day one of the 2017 NRA annual meeting, and we're about halfway through the day now. And probably what you heard in a couple of episodes back, I was having trouble getting this one company, get an interview with them, and I kept thinking that this other company was them. But we finally got them. We got the guys from HIPERFIRE. We've got Terry and Brian with HIPERFIRE. Welcome in, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Great to be here. Thanks.
It's going good.
So we're thinking of Cap Arms. We roll with those guys.
It was Cap Arms, yeah. No, they were good guys. It was just funny because they kept coming in, and I'd already interviewed them, but they were wearing your stuff. So I was like, oh, HIPERFIRE's here now. So I'd get in, and I'd start talking about, HIPERFIRE, and then he'd kind of look at me funny. He goes, they're a great company. Love HIPERFIRE. We're in their booth. I'm with Cap Arms. I was like, yeah, but your other buddy was with...
So, little side
so that was
story.
A little running joke there.
The owner of Cap Arms is in the same military unit as me, so we do a lot of business together.
Okay, well that makes sense. That makes perfect sense then. So how are you guys enjoying the annual meeting so far? I keep calling it a convention, but it's a meeting.
Well, so far it's been great. We've had a lot of people to the booth. There's a lot of traffic here. Everyone's pretty upbeat.
Yeah.
I think Trump is speaking now, or he spoke already, I think.
No.
Oh.
Did I miss it? I don't think so.
I thought it was at noon.
No, I don't think anybody knows exactly when it is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's here yet.
Yeah, last year it was
secret.
planned, but then unplanned. He came late.
Right. Yeah, but there's like 7 people that has to speak before he does. So.
Yes.
It'll probably be later this afternoon. I don't know. I've kind of got a lookout that's supposed to alert me. So if it goes off and he's here, we might have to run and you guys want to go see it? You gonna go
like
listen?
to.
Yeah.
Like to. Last year they were late and it was standing room only. It's really hard
You heard
to
his
get in.
chopper come in.
Yeah.
The Chiappa.
Yeah, the chopper.
Got to get to the Chiappa.
Landed on the roof.
Do you know Lou Ferrigno's here?
I saw him 3 years ago.
Lou
Shot
Ferrigno?
show. Yeah.
He's over in the Brown L's booth.
Really?
Yeah, we were walking through the hallway, and I was with Andrew, and he's like, "Hey, it's the Incredible Hulk." I was texting. I look up.
Yeah, don't get him mad.
Yeah, right. You don't like me? That guy right there is the Incredible Hulk. Look at the guy with the backpack right there with the kilt. He's huge.
And his mullet.
Yeah, that's what I like doing is people watching. Is watching all the people go by. So that's my funniest thing. What about you guys? Have you had an opportunity to walk around and see other stuff? You've just been chained to the booth?
Not yet. It's planned, though. There are places that we want to visit, people we want to see. We'll get to it.
All right.
Yeah, first day is kind of, you got to just, stick to your guns, stay in your booth. Sunday we'll probably get some time to walk around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tomorrow I think is going to be extremely packed. Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday will be, both of those days will probably be busier than today.
Yes.
I would assume. That's typically how it goes. It's not your first rodeo, though, right? You guys been to?
This is number 2.
It's number 2?
NRA.
Okay.
Last year we had a 10 by 20. This year a 20 by 20. So.
Yeah, you're moving on up.
Yeah, we have an appointment tomorrow to schedule
HIPERFIRE.
for next year, and we'll see what's available.
It's in Dallas next year.
Yeah.
So you guys missed Nashville. That's my hometown, my backyard.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
So we'll be back in
Did
Nashville.
you go?
No.
You just weren't set up?
No.
Okay.
We've been at SHOT Show since 2013.
Yeah, 2 years ago it was just me.
Yeah.
I was HIPERFIRE.
It was just
a year ago
Terry.
at this time I brought on Brian. He was number 2.
Okay.
So it was kind of hard to get around
Well,
being one guy.
let's talk about HIPERFIRE. Tell us the history. How you got started, how you got into it, and what
I'll try
what
to
you
make
guys
it
are about.
interesting. Yeah, I designed a semi-automatic 50 caliber rifle, and I developed a trigger for that rifle. And I was talking before some investors, equity investors, in January 2011, and they said they wouldn't give me any money. They said I didn't need money, just sell what I started having. And they said, you wouldn't believe what people will buy for their ARs. But they were really attached to the trigger. They said, can you adapt this to the AR-15? And I did.
Yeah.
So a week after that meeting, I formed the LLC and filed the first patent application. I've been interviewed before.
Okay.
And someone always asks this question, so I end up saying the same thing, but it's absolutely true. We didn't start selling the trigger until a little over 2 years later. and everything else is history. That same year, 2013, we came out with the 24 Elite trigger, we call it, and the 24 competition trigger, and introduced that to 3-gunners.
Okay.
The idea was if 3-gunners adopted it, they're the most discriminating of buyers, then we knew we had something.
Right.
And it took off by word of mouth. HiperFire has done nothing with marketing at all. And that's going to change this year because we're.
I guess you've had to, have you?
Well,
Just
we're at the point now where you have to grow.
Yeah.
And that has to be
hit
planned.
that next step.
Yeah, we're at a pivotal point.
Yeah, exactly. But the triggers have done very well. The HiperFire name is known. The triggers are known in 3-gun.
Yeah.
And we're starting now to get the attention of law enforcement and the military. We have converted 2 of our triggers to select fire full auto.
Nice.
And our enhanced duty trigger auto, we're getting some very, very positive feedback. This year might be a breakout year.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
I know I've got Nordics 308, and it's got one of your triggers in it.
The HyperTouch 24 3G.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Yeah,
very,
later,
very nice.
we're like I said, we're going to start. This will be our breakout year. We're going to start marketing. We'll probably be renaming the triggers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think the triggers are 3-gun only.
They're trying to break that mold.
Yeah.
That we're not just a competition trigger company.
Just take the label off of it.
Yeah, if you want a good trigger, these are damn good triggers.
Yeah.
Can you say damn on the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah, you
I can say that.
You can say all the dirty words on this show.
Oh, yeah, nice. I spell it DAM.
You're funny.
Describe the trigger. They're not drop-in triggers. I mean, these are actual. Well, or do you have drop-in triggers?
Well, they're not true drop-in. They're a component install.
There you go.
The trigger for both products are HyperTouch triggers and enhanced duty triggers. The trigger comes as a sub-assembly. That's a true drop-in. You just position it in place and pin it.
Right.
The hammer's installed conventionally, and with the HyperTouch triggers, you have to additionally install a pair of toggle springs.
Okay.
All of the triggers have user-adjustable medium to low weight without loss of hammer fall energy. We're the only trigger manufacturer where the hammer energy is maintained or actually increased. And that's very important. People, of course, don't want to have failure to fire light strikes, but what they don't understand is when that hammer hits the primer, if it hits really hard, your powder burn is very consistent, which means your muzzle velocity is very tight and your group size is optimally small.
Right.
Most manufacturers, to reduce the trigger weight, which is what people want, they dial back on the power spring of the hammer, and now you get close to light striking. And so your muzzle velocity starts to fluctuate and your group sizes grow.
Right.
We're the only one that can do that.
Yeah.
And it's a secret that we want to make known.
Okay.
Yeah, so a true drop-in, what you're referring to, is a cassette drop-in. And I won't name any names, but in order for some of these other manufacturers to decrease that pull weight, get into that sub 4 pound range, you have to dial back the hammer spring, like Terry said.
Yeah.
And with the other thing about
tends to get light strikes that way.
Exactly, and the light strike too is there's a difference between a failure to fire and a light strike. You know, most I would say think of a light strike as, you know, a primer didn't, you know, the bullet didn't go off, right? But that's actually a failure to fire, not a light strike. What he's referring to is that, you know, getting full powder burn, you know, is ultimately that's, you know, what you're going for as far as the hammer energy. You want to fully, you know, ignite the powder burn, and
got to have that energy behind that trigger to make that happen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you don't want to take any of that away from the trigger, and or the hammer. Your triggers do that, is what you're saying.
That's correct. Now, some people call and they're concerned, well, if this hammer hits so hard, am I going to, you know, puncture my primer? No, because the firing pin is limited.
Yeah.
You know, how far it can displace and dimple that primer.
Right.
The other thing with the cassettes, and there are many good cassettes, we're not going to knock any products. They're all really good. They wouldn't be good. They're selling. But, you know, people like the convenience of a drop-in. But with the drop-ins, with that cassette design, there's no room for a full power hammer spring.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you were saying that it's adjustable. How do you adjust it? What's the process for doing that?
With our enhanced duty triggers, you can install one of 2 hammer springs.
Okay.
And you can adjust that trigger to 4.5 or 5.5 pounds. With the HyperTouch triggers, we used to call them the HyperTouch 24s. They were adjustable between 2 and 4 pounds. So in those packages, we include 3 pair of toggle springs. And by swapping out the toggle springs, you can change the weight from 2.5 to 3.5 to 4 1/4. And all those springs come with the kit.
Okay.
And now some people actually change their weight depending on the function or the purpose of the rifle, whether they're competing or hunting. But most people will find a weight that they settle on, what's comfortable to them.
Right.
So
mid-range there.
Yeah. So it's all at some level about user preference. So we give them that flexibility to set up their trigger the way they want.
Cool.
With 2 of our triggers, we also have a shoe that adjusts on the trigger bow, which adjusts to 5 different positions. So those triggers, you have 3 springs and 5 shoe adjustments. There are 15 unique settings for those triggers. So it's the ultimate in tunability.
That is cool.
It's kind of like buying 15 triggers in one.
Yeah. But you're saying like most people will find a setting and they'll usually just keep it there.
Yeah, they'll stick with it. And then the other big thing about our triggers, unlike some of the others, because of the very positive reset, limited over travel, you don't have to do muscle memory drills, especially for the competitors.
Yeah.
It works the way it should work. So many competitors that we've had buy triggers, they say I used to have to do 3,000-4,000 rounds of drills before I'd be able to manage my trigger. He said, yours, I install it, I compete with it right away. It's unbelievable. It's very natural.
That kind of sets yours apart from everybody else.
Well, and the tunability too with the changing out the toggle springs. There's no set screws like some of the other companies use to adjust pull weight.
I know I've got one, and again, I'm not going to mention names right now, but I've got one that there's a screw, and you just you adjust that screw up or down, and that's what you're talking about there, right?
The problem with set screws is they come loose.
See,
right.
With me, talking a little bit about me and HiperFire, of course, I came up with the design, but I had many criteria, many requirements. Now, for some people, set screws aren't an issue, but they're an issue for me because when the stuff hits the fan, I want that equipment to work. We run our triggers up to over 100,000 rounds with no lube. They don't break. And so when shit hits the fan, they're going to work. That's our bias.
What do you make them out of? What material?
It's an 8620 alloy steel. Many of the mil-spec parts are made out of that, bolt carriers, for instance. There are other materials that are used, but that's predominantly it. Okay. It started out in the automotive industry as gear alloys, but they last. Yeah. And our triggers last. Now, I talked to you about the lower weight. We get the low weight because we reduce the force on the sear. Less force on the sear, less friction, lower weight. Okay? Right. So because there's less force and there's less friction, they don't wear out as fast. Okay? So a mil-spec trigger is going to literally wear out in about 40,000 rounds. Okay. And that's if you're lubing it. Yeah. Ours will go over 100K with no lube, and they feel exactly the same. There's no change in function. How the sears are designed, the wear is equal. I'm just saying that there's, I don't know if there's science, but there's art
You're
that
talking
was put in the
science
trigger.
here, baby.
Yeah, yeah, but it's all
geometry, right?
It all comes down to how they feel. So I spent a lot of time getting the feel just right. Made all the right compromises. Mm-hmm. And people who put their finger on the trigger that run it, they know that because they've run everything else. Yeah. We don't have anyone who's ever looked back. And you can mention any name out there.
Yeah.
They've never looked back.
Yeah, I know Casey Griggs is running them now.
Yep.
He really loves them. Yep. He's our 3-gunner.
So Terry, he designed the trigger for himself, and inherently everyone just, what he liked, everyone else likes as well.
Just so happened everybody else liked it too. Yeah. So yeah.
He's very fussy.
Lucky.
Well, let's rewind. You said something about you developed a 50 cal. Let's talk about the 50 cal that started all this.
That might still see the marketplace. I have 4 patents on it.
Okay.
But it's
is this a bolt gun or is this
it's a semi-automatic.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we have the full auto hyper.
There's always room for more 50 cals on the market.
Yeah, we have full auto triggers right now, and I can tell you when I come out with my 50, it'll be a shoulder-fired M2.
Nice.
I can't wait to test that.
I want to be there for that.
Yeah, there's a couple other technologies, and I'm still working on technologies I developed for the 50 that I'm bringing to the NRA. When I bring to the AR, yeah. And when I get those done, then I'll bring out the 50. It'll be a 50 and some other lower caliber. But I developed that rifle, that class of rifle, to go from the 338 Lapua Gamma up to 20 millimeter.
Oh, wow.
So that's in HiperFire's future.
Okay.
It might be 5 years, might be 3 years, I don't know, but that's still a dream of mine to bring that out. I developed a weapons system, okay? It's not just the trigger, it's not just a hammer, it's just not the grip, it's a system. I developed a system. The maximum effective range for the 50 cal for the rifle and for the M2 is 1,800 meters, a mile. Mm-hmm. and I want to go out to 1.5 miles at a quarter MOA. So there's more than just the rifle. There's optical systems, everything that's
ballistics and everything.
Yeah, and my dream early on, and my background is R&D, product development.
I can tell.
My dream is to bring to the market the ultimate, kinetic energy, kill weapon system, dumb weapon system.
Yeah.
Now, once I get that out, I have ideas for smart weapon systems. Okay, so this could go on a while.
Right.
But right now, we're tracking. It could happen.
It's on the way, huh?
Yes, sir.
So right now, the triggers. How many different triggers do you have?
Well, we have.
And do you do flat triggers? Or are they all curved?
Yeah, we have 8 semi-automatic and 2 full auto select fires. They range in the duty trigger. We have 3 duty triggers, the EDT 1, 2, and 3, and then we have the HyperTouch 24s, but we're actually just changing that terminology. We're calling them the HyperTouch, and we have the HyperTouch, which was the original flagship, and then the HyperTouch Elite, HyperTouch Competition, HyperTouch 3G, and then the competition, and the Eclipse. The
Eclipse.
The 24C, or the Competition, and the Eclipse essentially are the same trigger with the straight bow. The only difference is the Eclipse has the nickel boron plating on it.
Okay. And what do you gain by the nickel boron? What's the benefit?
Well, the people that have run the C and have switched can say it's night and day difference. Mm-hmm. They can feel it. Most people can't feel it. We began selling the trigger because of that feel. They demanded it once they felt the prototype. They wanted it. Beyond that, the nickel boron is very good corrosion inhibitor, and it has appearance-wise, cosmetic is good. But that was a secondary consideration. It was performance.
Yeah.
We've looked at other coatings, PVD coatings, diamond-like coatings, DLC, different things. Nickel boron is the only thing that holds up. Yeah. The pressure on the sear, the edge of the trigger on that hammer sear is like an infinite pressure, and all these coatings break down.
Yeah, it becomes brittle.
Starts flaking off.
Yeah, so I thought HiperFire was going to have one trigger. I thought I'd develop the trigger.
Yeah.
And then there were 2 more, and then there were 3 more, and then there were 3 more. Now we're full auto. Right. People want triggers for their AK, for their SCAR, for their ACR, for the Tavor.
Right.
It's a matter of me getting the time.
There's also this thing that's called a pistol. That they have triggers in those. Any thoughts of going down that path?
Well, the AR configuration.
That rabbit hole?
Well, pistols or shotguns, it would be a completely different design. But right now, it's just a matter of getting my attention.
Right.
I'm the.
You've got this path that you're set on, and that's not part of it.
Well, and the AR market is so huge. I mean, there's so many other components of the AR that we can enhance and improve on. And we have plans, and we've got concepts already that are in place for that.
Well, this is a good time for that because, as a lot of people know, the sales have gone down as far as the AR, so people are concentrating on the ones they have and making them, upgrading them, making them better. And
the trigger is the first thing they upgrade.
Hopefully they're taking some training classes and learning how to use them.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think innovation's the name of the game right now. Everyone's trying to differentiate themselves. I mean, most AR rifles, they look the same, they smell the same. They're not demonstrably different. Mm-hmm. It's all like furniture or cosmetics. HiperFire has a different vision. HiperFire is high-performance firearms, so we want to bring something that's measurably, demonstrably improves the platform. Right now it's the AR, but we could branch into the other things that you mentioned. But that's how we're trying to work this, and it's a good match.
I'm pushy,
for us
man.
now.
I'm pushy like that. That's it's like, come on, man. You're doing such good stuff with this. Do that over here too. Come on. I'm sure you probably get a lot of your fans that probably think the same thing. It's like, this is such a great trigger for my AR. Why don't you make one for my pistol too?
Well, I mean,
talk about the charging handles.
Are you doing charging handles?
We have.
No.
I was going to be on the next question. Are you guys doing anything other than triggers right now?
Yeah. So things are coming out. Other than the full auto triggers, we have a muzzle brake that we've been talking about for a while, and it's just about R&D and then having the proper timing to bring it to the market.
See, that's another thing, that there's just a blue bazillion different kind of muzzle brakes on there. So what's gonna?
Ours had to be demonstrably better, right? I mean, just like Terry said. So, and we have a unique way of how we test it and compare it against every other comp on the market. There's 4 metrics for measuring them: muzzle recoil or recoil reduction, muzzle flip, concussion, and flash suppression. Right. So across the board, ours we've improved on all 4 metrics. Now, ours is hands down, I'm going to say this because I'm biased, the best
just a little bit
recoil reduction muzzle brake on the market. Compared it against all the top brands out there.
Now, are you doing this like slow-mo video, doing
accelerometers? Terry's background here is R&D for
munitions.
Yeah,
bunker busting bombs.
Oh, nice.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. So he
Moabs?
knows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've actually got a picture of me sitting on a Moab in Qatar in like 2003 when I was deployed there.
You should make a trigger called Moat. Mother of all triggers.
There we go.
There's a play on
You're a
words.
genius. We might remember that. Yeah. That might be.
You can use that. That's a free one from Talking Lead.
Yeah, thanks. That's great.
Yeah, as soon
just
as we
credit me with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as we trademark it, he's gonna be looking for
with our
royalties.
comps, the advertising phrase is the least amount of bang for your buck.
The least amount of bang for your buck.
Was that you? Who said that one?
Yeah, it was me.
That was good.
That was me. I invented that one.
It's a good one. I like that.
So other than the muzzle brakes, the first version is a 5.56 version, and then we have a 9mm.
Now, are these out now, or are they coming?
The production,
4 to 6, yeah, 6 weeks out, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that quick. Okay.
Yeah, June
So they'll
1st.
be out.
It comes from his 50 cal semi-automatic rifle design, the concept, and then we've just kind of made incremental improvements on it for the the AR-15 and the AR-10.
So try to verbally, for our listeners, describe it, what it looks like. Can you do that?
Well, the 50 cal had serial plenums, or little chambers, okay, and of course the bullet passage defined one wall to the next. And then there were exterior plenums on the outside, if that makes any sense. So the gas couldn't come out directly with most brakes. It had to follow a path, and as the gas is coming out, it's disturbed. So I was breaking up the coherence of the shock wave and engaging all the gas flow against vanes to reduce recoil. So basically, when the gas is ejected out the muzzle, it pushes the rifle away from you.
Okay.
And every comp does that.
Ours just does it better.
Yeah, basically it does it better, and it's one piece that's cast, so we can have undercuts. You can't machine this comp.
Mm-hmm.
5-axis, 4-axis, you can't do it because you can't get the tool inside to do the work.
Sounds pretty intricate. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is.
What's the weight on it?
I measured it the other day too.
3.5 ounces.
Yeah, I thought it was just over between 3 and 3.5.
Talking about what?
It's a 1-inch diameter by 3 inches, so it fits into that. For the competitors that need to not shoot open.
Right.
I think if it's longer than 3 inches or more than 1 inch in diameter, then they're shooting open basically. So
the first. There'll be 2 products in the comps, one for 5.56 with 3 different end conditions, how it looks cosmetically on the outside. For law enforcement, you need to give a guy a poke in the sternum, it's going to hurt, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the second one's going to be for 9mm PCC because that's taking off like crazy.
Right.
After we get those in place and they begin selling, then we're going to scale up the design to 7.62, 308, 30 caliber bullet kind of thing.
Cool.
And then later in the year, we're going to introduce another improvement to that product, which is going to turn heads. I won't say much about it, but it'll be adjustable in some way.
The muzzle brake?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Same concept that we've used with this initial.
So maybe you can redirect the flow somehow with moving something around.
You're going to be able to, basically, zero out your muzzle blast, your flip.
Nice. So maybe later this year on that one?
Definitely before SHOT Show.
Okay.
Yeah, later this year.
Very cool. Well, we definitely need to have you back on when that hits. And
yeah, we're working on.
Let's roll that out.
Yeah, and then we're working on a couple technologies that I'll talk about it right now.
Okay.
Only to say that I can't talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it.
But one of them.
This is G14 classified, by the way.
Yeah. One of them is going to change the world. That's all I can say.
You're going to leave us hanging with that?
I know, he does.
Oh my gosh!
Like people with the triggers, they once they understand the design, how it works, they go, "That's amazing. That's so simple." And it's like, why didn't someone else come up with this? It's the same kind of thing with what I'm working on. It's why didn't someone else come up with this? But no one has.
Secret project.
Yeah. So.
Is it? It has to do with ARs?
No.
Okay, something completely. But firearms?
Yes.
Okay.
It's firearms that shoot faster.
Firearms that shoot faster?
Yeah, much faster.
Huh.
M4, M16 kind of thing.
Faster than them? I guess, is it going to be an adjustable speed, maybe?
I can answer most questions you ask, but not those.
Okay, I got you.
But you can have us on about that because that will be something you'll want to talk about.
Yeah,
I
we should line
guarantee.
this up for SHOT Show.
That's a perfect follow-up for us to do, later on this year or
Everyone
at SHOT
will want
Show.
to hear about that.
Now, do you guys go to Big 3 East? Have you been to that?
No. Tell me about that.
It's down in Florida. I'll tell you about it off air.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've just intrigued everybody. They want to know where they can get their HiperFire triggers and the muzzle brake that's coming out in 6 weeks.
Well, we have distributors, some big box online stores, of course, and then local dealers. HiperFire, like I said earlier, is sold largely by word of mouth. The marketing that we put in place later this year is going to support, big distributors. They become aware. More people will, demand the product, and more people will carry them.
Right.
But you can always, visit hyperfire.com and buy directly from us.
There you go, hyperfire.com, and then I guess the distributors, probably their local gun stores, they can just go in and if they're not carrying it, ask them to get HiperFire in.
Yeah, they can. The buy-in for dealerships is only 3 units.
Oh, really?
And there's no minimum on
There you go,
rebuys.
dealers, if you're listening.
There's no minimum on rebuys, so we're making it very easy for dealers to get the products in and to sell.
Okay, very nice.
There might be some people listening to this that want to become dealers now.
Well, no, we've got dealers listening to the show, just everyday shooter, law enforcement, military guys listening to the show. So I mean, we run the gamut. So, so if they want to do that, they go to your website too to sign up for the dealership.
Hyperfire.com.
Yeah, there's information on how to contact us specifically about that.
Very cool. And you guys are on Facebook, Instagram. You doing all that?
Yeah, we're running a contest actually.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah, on Instagram here. So there's been some sticker decals that have been strategically placed throughout the convention.
We don't know how they got there. We don't know who did it, but
okay.
So some
somewhere.
Yeah, some fixed objects have been tagged with a HiperFire sticker.
Okay.
So the contest is
is that here at NRA?
It's here at NRA in the convention hall.
Sorry, listeners, you guys won't get to take part.
Yeah, so essentially you find a sticker and you take a photo, you put it on Instagram, and you hashtag HiperFire NRA17. And then at 3 o'clock each day, we're going to select some of those pictures off of Instagram, and we'll give away some triggers.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, guys, we appreciate you taking the time and being on. We finally captured you and got you on the Talking Lead show. It was well worth it. I've been waiting for this for a while now. So
thanks a lot, Left Hand.
Yeah, absolutely. You
guys, you got to tell us about the Left Hand. Where did that come from?
All right, so as our listeners know, there's a story behind the Left Hand, and I leave it up to the people who asked to tell me what you think it means.
Well, the obvious is you're left-handed.
Am I?
It's okay.
Am I left-handed? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. So the best
You're married.
I'm not.
And you're the left-hand man.
All right, so the best explanation that I've gotten for my nickname came from Charlie Watson of Ackless Defense. And he's a big old spaghetti Western guy. So apparently there was this old spaghetti Western. It was called They Call Me Terrence, I think, or something. It's like a comedy spaghetti Western. Terrence.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this was They Call Me Terrence, and there were two brothers that were basically just kind of not really outlaws, but they were, bad guys, but they did, good stuff. And there were two brothers, and one of the brothers was right hand of the devil, and the other one was left hand of the devil. So that's what, because they were fast draws, they were quick draws. So that's the best explanation. That's the one I run with on how I came up with the nickname Left Hand.
Cool.
The real story's boring. I'll tell you about it off air. So, guys, let's get back to the NRA annual meeting. Maybe we can go catch Trump.
Yeah, appreciate you having us on here.
Cool. Hyperfire.com, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Perfect.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Yeah. All right, lead heads, that wraps up another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. I'd like to go ahead and thank all our sponsors once again. Make sure you go and show these guys some lead head love. Frontier Tactical, check them out at frontiertactical.com. X-Steel Targets, xsteeltargets.com. And don't forget about that Memorial weekend sale that these guys are having, 25% off plus free shipping on all orders over $198. xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems, optimizing your firearms and anything metal, basically, performance. So check them out at modernspartansystems.com and use the code LEADHEAD there, all caps, and you'll get a 15% discount over at Modern Spartan Systems. And then our buddies over at Atlas Defense, go check them out, atlasdefense.com. They have got a plethora of different products for you guys, firearms related, and then, of course, their cool Atlas Defense swag that they have. They've got shot glasses, they've got T-shirts, whiskey, stones, all kinds of cool things. So go check them out at atlasdefense.com. Glock, the official carry of Left Hand of Talking Lead. That's right, I rock the Glock. So go check them out, usaglock.com. And they've got all kinds of cool apparel and swag there for the Glock enthusiast. Hope you guys have a safe and fabulous Memorial Weekend. And please make sure that you go out and enjoy your Memorial Weekend. Cook out, go watch some sporting events, enjoy time with your family, go out on the lake, just sit at home, watch some movies, whatever you want to do. Enjoy the freedoms that many of our men and women, our mothers, our fathers, our brothers, our sisters, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, our sons, our daughters, aunts, uncles have given their lives for you to enjoy. So don't take it for granted. Take a moment, sit back, reflect on the great freedoms that you enjoy in this country. Don't take them for granted. All right, Leadheads, we will be back with episode 122 and some more awesome giveaways. So don't forget, we're giving away that awesome Tactical Squirrel Box to one lucky Leadhead. And don't forget to submit your Leadhead logo design ideas. Go to 1776united.com and submit those ideas. And go down to the bottom of their website page there, the home page, and it's the link Leadhead Contest. Have fun, be safe, and we will be back next week. And as always, Leadheads, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.
Boom, that was perfect, man. That's like a choir. Hell yeah. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.